The cheat is actually just unlimited porridge.
What is the point of that?
The starving corpses littered the ground. Feed the child slowly. Also, and many lost porridges.
I have lost porridge. Take a bite of me. Please!
Chaijo was in urgent need.
All of them!
How could a reckless man arise?
How dare you set up Zhoupeng here in private?
Gathering crowds to cause trouble. You unruly people.
How dare they rob this man? And privately provided disaster relief, violating the law.
Capture the men for me. I am saving people.
They were starving to death.
I see you spreading false rumors to mislead the people.
And employed sorcery and sorcery.
Zhu Luo left his name behind. What are you planning to do? Could it be that he wants to rebel?
I beg you, sir, to discern this clearly.
I think it is about winning people's hearts. Where would ordinary families come from? Where did all this white porridge come from? The rice used for the donation.
Number. He wouldn't say he was from another world.
It comes with unlimited pots of boats. Alright? Privately providing disaster relief. The Great Waves flooding refugees.
And his conduct was suspicious.
With the cave for thee.
Is saving someone a crime for me? Golden fingers stretch endlessly through the daylight. In the face of this cold law and violence. Ridiculous. Like a clumsy joke. Private disaster relief is against the law. But what if it is not disaster relief? What if it wasn't Joe? Still missing some items. Forget about being born.
The path is long and good. Give them something to eat.
Boundless life is the heavenly venerable. I, a humble Taoist, have come here, wandering on the clouds. The body has no fixed possessions. Only a pot of clear water remains, forming good karmic ties with all beings.
The porridge is plain porridge.
Old man, you must have seen it wrong.
Where did the porridge come from?
Private disaster relief is against the law. You really can't say that carelessly. This is the talisman water that I have refined with the Samadhi true fire. Within, it is the power of the heavenly venerable's power. It is permissible to temporarily ease the hardship of accumulated attacks. Take a closer look.
What kind of blessing is this? There is truly a Taoist master here casting talisman water.
This is the Fu River, not the boat. Be cautious in discussing laws and statutes.
The Taoist priest's merits and virtues are immeasurable. May the Heavenly Lord bless you with great kindness and great repayment.
When life gets better in the future, I will definitely set up a longevity memorial tablet for you. Morning and evening, I burn an incense stick, praying to the Heavenly Lord to bless you with lasting blessings.
Please say that we are well.
Day and night, we serve together. No need to stop. I, a humble Taoist, wander far and wide. Proceed with the flow.
When compassion is needed to rescue the suffering and aid those in distress. How could such kindness not be honored?
Why not just call him a great virtuous teacher?
Heaven has already died.
Heaven should prepare for Jia and Dai.
The world will be greatly fortunate.
It turns out I am actually a master of steamed feet.
You are our great mentor. Let the Master of Wisdom lead us to find a way to survive.
Seeking a great master.
Leadership.
Leadership. How to lead them.
Leading them to storm the county office.
And when to attack the county seat.
Then, as recorded in history, easily crushed by the Zeus school of Huang Fushuang, turned into code numbers in history books, and the limitations of peasant uprisings discussed by later generations.
If I refuse,
it means immediately losing the fragile trust that has just been built with these refugees.
They will instantly fall into despair.
It may even turn disappointment into anger.
But I can't agree so easily.
Once you take up this flag,
it would never happen again. waiting for me in the back of my life. It was like a fate countless times harsher than 50 strokes. I must buy time. We must gain a deeper understanding of this era. We must find a path that might be different from the historical Zhengjiao era.
The heavenly sovereign shows mercy. An imperial edict was issued. However, the time had not yet arrived. Heaven above is not yet secure. No need for quiet cultivation. To comprehend the will of heaven, you may temporarily reside in this place.
Mutual aid and assistance.
Every day at this time, I pray here for blessing water, temporarily fulfilling the will of Master Jizun Immortal.
Respect the Dharma's teachings.
Relying solely on distributing porridge cannot fundamentally solve the problem. Nowadays, more and more refugees are gathering. Food pressure is increasing. Although my porridge is infinite, but the pot and distribution capacity are limited. And such a conspicuous refugee gathering point, sooner or later, it will attract the attention of the authorities again. Next time, it is probably not something that can be resolved with 50 boards. I still need land, need seeds, need safe shelter. They need the strength to protect themselves. But none of these can be directly conjured by infinite daylight.
Old Sunday, if you have matters to discuss for now, it is no harm to speak for now.
In reality, no one is confident. Floating water is good, but it is ultimately not a long-term solution.
The weather is about to turn cooler.
This shelter blocks the wind and cold.
And there are always some people with shady hands to steal a bite of food and steal the momentum of European competition.
Recently, some unfamiliar faces have also slipped in. He didn't seem like a refugee from famine, but more like a teacher of him.
Is it the government or some other powerful faction? Sunday Lang.
You are in this remote place. But can you really use someone to put up a bit of defense?
The Emperor traveled 30 li south. It seems there is a place called Wild Man Valley. I heard the terrain is treacherous. There seemed to be a small stream inside. I have only heard that there is miasma. There are also wolves, insects, tigers, and leopards. No one dared to leave the valley.
It seems it is time to start considering the transfer. Consider building a more discreet and sustainable base. Heaven above. If this is the path you want me to take, this place is not a place for long-term stay. The authorities' spies may already be in the left realm. 30? Lie to the south.
There is a place famous for painting the Valley of the Wild Man.
Perhaps it may be possible to temporarily avoid them.
I need to go and investigate in person. The round trip takes 2 or 3 days.
Reality is unacceptable. Your precious body.
How could he personally shoot the treacherous emperor?
Moreover, in the mountains, fierce beasts are relying on their weapons.
I must go.
Only what I have seen with my own eyes. Only then can you decide that I am not among them.
The force of boiling water.
I prepared a large amount of porridge in advance. After cooling, cut into pieces. These are called solid form clothing or dry cool clothing. You distribute them in fixed quantities every day. Just dissolve it in hot water and it is ready to eat.
The old man took note.
Although the taste and texture are much worse, but at least it can sustain survival. Remember, this is the ritual stone bestowed by the Heavenly Venerable, and it was not an illegal object. One must not eat too much, nor should one eat more, privately concealing sincerity in the heart.
Then he ordered the red spirit and money to be left behind.
This is the celestial venerable Dharma Master.
If such a teacher is treated equally, withdraw quickly. And fled.
Immortal Master. That was truly a decree.
It is something that can survive. Enough. Let's go. The palm energy is carefully blurred, though the region is rugged.
But this miasma mostly gathers in low-lying, leeward areas, and is close to the upper reaches of the stream. In slightly elevated and well-ventilated areas, the air remains fresh and unceasing. If that high ground can be cleared,
living along the stream,
perhaps it can avoid most of the miasma.
The water from the small creek is usable.
Yan must be detestable.
All they need to do is hold the pass.
Who is going to die here?
Dying in this desolate valley, and those who might become future neighbors, are killing each other. Number.
We are not enemies.
We are fleeing disaster! We have grain to share with you!
Eating is food.
It seems these people won't survive either.
Dao entered the mountains to survive by hunting and gathering materials,
and was often hungry,
and was helpless against the miasma in the valley.
Many people died.
We have many such foods. There are even more people outside who want to come in and live together. Food can be shared.
It seems that Highland is livable.
The location does not move. In fact, those people couldn't believe it. As long as you bring everyone in.
And thus obtained precautions. Sometimes human hearts are harder to predict than miasma and wild beasts.
Immortal Master, you are finally back. When trouble is resolved.
What is going on?
Some people were caught hiding a monk, but still refused to admit it.
He incited several people to cause trouble.
Tell me, first you used sorcery to deceive people.
That is not floating water at all.
Go take a look.
The old immortal hides away.
Trying to monopolize some damn magic stone.
It is porridge.
I've hidden it all before. It is just the taste of rice.
That demon must have hidden all the grain away.
Using this little stuff to fool us.
Hand it over.
Hand over the grain.
You are looking for me, Yao Dao. You came at just the right time.
Where did you hide the real grain?
Using these junk to fool ghosts.
This is clearly porridge.
Look! Everyone, look! If this isn't porridge, then what is? What kind of nonsense is that?
He was a fraud.
I once said, this is the time of the Dharma bestowed by the heavenly honored one. Not ordinary grain or grain. Those with sincere hearts who eat it can sustain their lives. How could one harbor greedy thoughts and unfathomable thoughts? If one persists, one will suffer heaven's punishment. Farting.
What divine punishment? I'll eat him right now, to see what divine punishment he has.
We cannot let him succeed.
Once the idea that it is just an ordinary state is confirmed,
All my previous efforts,
all disguises will collapse in an instant. What awaits me is an even more tragic end than last time.
stubborn and unresponsive.
The Heavenly Lord's decree cannot be allowed to be profaned.
Look at what you are holding in your hand.
Enchanting pets are a form of sorcery.
It really did cause a spell.
Heaven's punishment is heaven's punishment!
Greedy for nurturing sages, desecrating the stone and the evil insect bodies. This is but a minor achievement, if you stubbornly refuse to awaken again.
The Immortal Master, spare my life.
Immortal Master, spare your life. It is a petty person who has been confused and confused. I will never dare again. The Immortal Master retracted the spell and was so small.
Not a single human life. In years of famine, life and death hang by a thread.
The Heavenly Sovereign showed mercy and bestowed the proper time, not to make you fight fiercely and compete.
And evil women are born.
Today's events all arise from greed. Punish a few of you, and you will not be allowed to claim the magic stone within 3 days.
To warn against wrongdoing.
If there is a next time, do not blame the Heavenly Lord for being heartless.
The Immortal Master truly is today.
If not for the profound arts of the Immortal Master,
Today is likely difficult to conclude.
Previously, when that insect was in an extraordinary state.
Extraordinary laws are enforced. The human heart is like a ghost.
at times, one must borrow the mandate of spirits and gods.
And assign the formation to the three Mingming.
First, he spared a few children.
Not hungry, but empty.
Even when fed porridge, water vomits, just like some rice soup batter. Or you can find some goat or horse milk.
The Immortal Master seemed to have been wounded in the abdomen.
And was also caught by wind, cold phlegm.
The path of mediocrity and distinction.
If there is good medicine, perhaps they could be relied upon and rescued.
But now...
Immortal Master, I beg you, save my father.
Your magical power is boundless.
Please perform your immortal arts.
He saved my father's life.
180 000.
What can I do? My magic is only daylight. If one does not understand medicine, there are no medicinal herbs. Refusing to watch this old man die, the danger that has just been established will collapse in an instant. Promise me. How can we save Japan?
If there is truly no law, Perhaps one can seek a little more blessing water.
Perhaps the sky is like water, which is the water of blessing.
Draw whatever you paint.
If you can save your life, can't even Shinshi be allowed? So, this was Zheng Zhao's water, subduing spell. Speaking of treating illnesses, looking back now, he could not cure the illness. It can't save lives. He only gave a decent excuse before starving. Must we talk about the most changeable and unreliable things? Should we have lavish burials?
In reality, this is not your fault.
I know.
But I used their belief, and I can't give them what they truly need.
Old Sunday was right.
This is not a long-lasting sword.
The wild man's valley must be gone, even if there is miasma.
There was a wild man.
Is also better than here, watching them helplessly, either dying of disease. Either die by the law, or die fighting each other. If you want to do it, quietly call Old Sunday and Dr. Lee over to pack your things. Bring everything you can. Notify them down. The next day, the envoy set out and went ahead. In my heart, I only say the Heavenly Venerable's message. This place's fate has run its course. It must be moved to a blessed land. If there is anyone who does not wish to do so, in the freezing cold.
Stripping is amazing. Liang should go get ready.
The Heavenly Sovereign opens his power. The fate of this place has come to an end. It is necessary to move to the ground of prostration. If there are those who are unwilling,
no need to force it.
What fifth brother is this?
Something's wrong outside. Outside. Many torches arrived. It was the soldiers who surrounded us.
What about immortals?
Fight them to the point of losing a high capital, but don't get too chaotic.
You fight hard.
Your worst worries have finally come.
The public opinion suggests investigating. Quickly surrender the heretical path.
Surrendering with hands in hand.
You may be spared from death. Mercy.
Risking their lives is no more than a few dozen young men. Most of the people here are elderly, weak, women, and children.
But if you fight to the death, it was absolutely a dead end.
We must delay the time.
Chaos must be created.
Sunday Lao.
You bring a few trustworthy people.
Immediately throw all the mages into that pot!
Hurry and help me bring your people.
Collect as many dry stones and hay as possible. Pile around the camp, especially with the upwind side in front.
Extinguish the fire. Dr. Lee.
The women and children of Anfu.
Let them lie down as much as possible and hide behind the shack.
Yao Dao. You finally agreed to come out. Still not kneeling and binding him. Immeasurable fleeting life. Heavenly Venerable.
I do not know that the general leads his troops here late at night.
What is the meaning of this?
Startled and disturbed my humble cultivation. Did it also frighten these unfortunate commoners?
He lightly spread heretical words to confuse the masses. Gathering displaced people. Secretly shooting the prefectural magistrate.
If that is not an ill intention, then what is?
Enough talk! Take down the general!
May I ask the general? Saying, I have gathered the crowd and come to see.
All supporting the elderly and carrying the young. Those who hide and await death. How could the masses be so feared?
Accusing me of privately setting up a prefectural market.
That is even more nonsense.
I am but a monk who has left home.
Seeing this tragic scene in the human world, I cannot bear it in my heart.
Here, I speak of its blessings, using floating water to temporarily relieve the hunger and thirst of sentient beings.
This is a merit. What crime is there in that?
The general makes no distinction between green and red, white and white.
He must reform these unarmed sufferers.
Is it not fearful that the Milky Way may be harmed?
Damaging your hidden virtue! And took action! I am deeply focused and devoted to iron fire.
Guarding the Dharma altar, the Heavenly Venerable sends down his wrath.
Burn away evil!
Fighting us!
Protecting prisons.
Qin was displeased, and Shikuai even fled. Reverse it. Kill me.
Stopped.
Stop! Stop your hands!
The Xuan army fled quickly.
Back mountain. Walk up from the back mountain to rest for a bit.
I am fine.
so that we may quickly reach the Valley of the Wild Man.
At dawn.
The government troops might search the mountains.
We flee disaster. Come here to hide.
No malice came out.
The former teacher.
What do we do next?
Guangwu.
Why do you think Gold should be in trouble?
He probably couldn't survive.
The government did not provide a way to survive. The powerful oppressed her. And more people like Zhao Xinjiang would appear. Either wait to die, or fight desperately.
Yes. If we can't survive, we can't hide here forever, relying on others' charity. And this little meager effort. There are many more people outside, just like us before. They need a way out. Savage Valley should not be just a refuge.
The Immortal Master's meaning is,
We need to turn this place into a place where we can truly survive.
Able to cultivate the land, skilled in hunting, and was able to defend himself.
It allows more people to live with dignity.
Yan Shiliang, I have 2 ideas.
We can make better shark fins, improving fishing efficiency,
while also attempting to reclaim land in high-altitude areas.
growing grain. Fishing and hunting have been passed down through generations. But all the harvest is stone, going everywhere and planting again. What could you possibly grow? I understand your concerns, what you said. It is not that we've thought about it. But in the end, it all failed. I know.
Wang Wu. You bring a few people, just like I painted. Try weaving a few fish dragons with vines and flexible branches.
Sunday Lao.
You bring a few people whose bodies have slightly recovered. Go to the high ground to clear the gravel, collecting rotten leaves and mud by the stream.
Pile up a few small plots of land for experiments. Fresh blood.
Blood has turned into the fish cage we placed in Huishui Bay yesterday! Today, let's take a closer look. Inside were 3 or 4 palm-sized fish.
It is better than using branches. After using more.
You really can catch fish.
Yan led the leaders. I'll give you the recipe right now. These 2 woven fish dragons. You take it and use it first.
Go and bring our best vines and branches to the Immortal Master!
The army.
In reality, these few beans are very precious.
This land is so barren. Can it grow?
I do not know.
But at least you have to try, on this battlefield. Planting a seed called Huang Tian.
Sir, something bad happened.
Dr. Li fell ill.
What is going on?
I go away from miasma. The borders are covered with herbs. I came back with a fever.
It was Shitongwei.
This is an evil spirit possessing you!
Stay away. First, I know this illness can't be cured.
I can't save my life. Returning cannot stop the soldiers. What else can I do? Burning talisman paper again. Praying to that elusive heavenly venerable. First uncle descended.
You hold the mouth of Wuba.
Don't let anyone in.
Stop having leucorbism. The medicine reduces fever and detoxifies.
Treating malaria, yet it is porridge. Why does it carry a hint of innocence? And the scent of plants. My abilities seem to have changed a little. It is because this time my strong will and the intent of the essence pendant, or is it because the valley itself is special? Yes.
It was Dr. Li's charcoal that had recovered from it.
The Immortal Master could even handle terrifying account secrets.
Could it be that my abilities aren't set in stone?
We are willing to cooperate more deeply.
Even relying on the former teachers, we succeeded.
I heed the former teacher.
In the past few days, more than a dozen refugees have arrived. All because they heard you could make floating water cure illnesses.
Coming here because of its reputation.
Among them was a blacksmith apprentice named Zhang Tai. There was a laboring farmer surnamed Chen.
There was also a down and out scholar named Li Wen.
Zhang Tie, Zhang Iyer, you lead people to improve our tools. See if you can make something even stronger. Mr. Chen, I am counting on you from Zhang Langshi.
Give everyone more guidance.
Rest assured, Master, this old man will surely devote himself wholeheartedly.
Li Wen, help old Sunday record the roster and supplies. In the future, we will also teach children to recognize characters.
The students obey orders, for they are the former teachers.
I will do my best.
Don't worry. Master, leave the farming to me.
Good master.
My wounds have fully healed. I selected a few strong young men. They are teaching them to use wooden spears and guard the pass. There are also T-point points and traps.
Sir, look, the beans have formed. It really has borne fruit.
That is great, although it is not much.
But this is the first time we have harvested the grain we have grown ourselves on this land.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Though what we gain today may be insignificant,
it proves one thing. This valley can bring people to life, but relying on this alone is far from enough. We need more land. Seeds are needed. Iron tools are needed.
medicine is needed.
More manpower is needed. The people of Yanshuling were familiar with the mountains and forests. Wang Wu's men were responsible for surveillance and exploration. Old Sunday and Li Danggong managed internal affairs. Zhang the blacksmith tried to make a vessel. Old Shen was in charge of agriculture. Only by fulfilling their duties can the line endure long. Yet, although the valleys are beautiful, it is never a paradise beyond this world. The authorities regard us as thorns in their sides.
Sooner or later, the day will come knocking.
We need to be prepared.
The meaning of virtuous teacher is,
we need to understand the news outside. It is necessary to know the movements of the officers and soldiers. You need to know where there are unclaimed refugees to be accepted. We need to know where we might find the salt and iron seeds we urgently need.
The subordinates wish.
I also sent 2 clansmen who are most familiar with the mountain paths. Go with Brother Wang.
Be extremely cautious. Safety first.
We are here.
Not to proclaim kingship or hegemony. Just ask. All have a sliver of hope. If the situation cannot be defied,
retreat quickly.
王武他们回来了 and the others have returned.
Come.
Sir, it is all chaotic outside. A true great virtuous master has emerged from Julu.
He called Zhang Zhao.
His men and horses carried golden banners, proclaiming that heaven is dead. Huang Tiandang ascended the throne and had already captured several county towns. The soldiers fought fiercely against them. Bodies everywhere!
Beacon fires spread across the land. The wheels of golden history have finally rolled in.
Additionally, various prefectures and counties have offered rewards to the sorcerer Zhang Chao and his associates.
The trivial matters we encountered before.
It seems Jingjin Yu now is also being blamed for it.
Nearby Zhao County is conducting strict inspections.
Upon hearing this,
I heard that a line of soldiers is sweeping the bandits in our direction.
The gold had already been raised, and the government troops were about to arrive.
The peace of Wildman Valley has come to an end.
Sound the alarm! And everyone prepares to face the enemy! Get up!
Why panic at the mountain passes?
Those who can carry weapons, come with me to the pass! It is better for the elderly and weak to hide behind the Western Theater Room.
Hold so.
He led people to move all the monks and Tingshui to the back. Dr. Li, prepare the medicine for your injuries.
Quick!
Block the passage with previously prepared stone blocks and wooden stakes.
They attack and kill!
Lowering his head to seek cover.
What should you do first?
If we attack them,
we definitely can't hold it.
Tough hands are definitely a dead end. What to do?
What should be done?
Help me bring a few people. Circle down from the side at top speed. Behind them, don't fight head. Loudly throwing stones at attention shields. Create a commotion to attract their attention. Others brought over everything they could burn. Withered branches and dry grass piled up inside the narrow pass.
Quick!
Daughter-in-law.
I didn't bury it anymore.
If you throw it out now, it'll tie my eyes.
If I die...
They want to protect my eyes!
Throwing stones and walking can't run fast!
Retreat. Retreat quickly.
There are sorcerer practices.
We won.
Long live the immortal master.
Yan Zun utilized the celestial master.
We held the line, counting casualties.
Strengthen defenses.
They might come. Heaven has already died.
This is the golden slogan.
The emperor of the world outside. The powerful and powerful officials!
Their heavens have died.
They don't give us a way out, but we cannot die.
We sweated in this valley.
Bleeding, planting these few beans. This is our sky.
It is a way we earned our own lives.
From today onward.
This valley is not called Wild Man's Valley. It was called Huangtian Valley.
Our rules are the rules of Huangtian. Our way out is the way Huangtian has given us. All who enter this valley are subjects of the Yellow Emperor.
Mutual support and symbiosis. Jointly resisting foreign enemies.
From this moment on.
I can never turn back.
From today onward. Our valley is called Huangtian Valley.
After the late master finished counting, on our side, 3 people died in battle. 8 people were injured, 2 of whom were seriously injured. Dr. Li and several women were busy tending to them. The herbs are almost used up. The soldiers left behind 5 bodies. There are also 7 broken blades.
3 long spears.
And a perfectly intact set of leather armor.
That is all.
Brothers who are about to die in battle, give them a proper burial.
Leather armor.
Leather armor. I've already given the highest point of the pass to the Liaowang outpost.
He sees the farthest things.
Protection is the most important. How is it on your end?
I've already had the Imperial warriors train twice as hard. Additionally, everyone took turns reinforcing the pass, digging more pitfalls, bury the treacherous wood, become a giant steed. At the very least, when the soldiers come again, they couldn't afford the small price they did last time.
Thank you for your hard work, Master. Look, we followed the stream upward and opened up 12 more terraced fields. But there are simply too few seeds. All I could do was dig up edible wild grass roots everywhere, and Yi Kuaizang tried planting them. Those few beanstalks. Everyone treats them like treasures. Every day, people come to see him. A few leaves have grown.
A few flowers have bloomed.
Compared to looking after yourself, children are more attentive.
Chen Lao Zhao.
From today onward, you are the agricultural master of our Huangtian Valley. All agricultural experts are up to you.
Food is our lifeline.
The late master was at ease. This old minister is risking his life.
And make sure everyone can eat the food they grow.
Immortal Master, look at this hole. It is better than the previous one.
And the fruit grew much thicker.
I melted down a little of the broken knives and hammers I had captured.
The forging is excellent.
With good tools.
Cutting off land would be much faster. Can you make more spearheads and sickles?
Yes, but there was too little iron.
Every day, I take people around the valley. See if we can find iron ore. If we can find iron ore, we don't have to be so tight.
Pay attention to safety.
First, here is the material account for the past 10 days. Consuming 3 dew and 7 shen of magic stones. Per Dalton, Y. Caught 52 fish, 127 jin of wild vegetables, and damaged 2 hoes.
A sickle.
4 new refugees were added.
They all fled from the south.
Yes.
Nowadays, people hear every day that our Huangtian Valley is protected by immortal masters. If you can eat your fill, risk your life to find me. After Mr. Li Wen arrived, the accounts became much clearer. 100 times better than when I used rope robbery before.
Well done.
These records are very important. In the future, our numbers will only grow. There must be rules.
The former teacher.
This is the message to your prey.
Thank you. Starting tomorrow.
Let your clan learn farming from old Zhang and Chen. Fishing and hunting are unstable. Learning to farm. From now on, you won't go hungry again. I will also have Wang Wu teach you how to make better fish dragons.
From now on, you'll be doing core consciousness too.
We are now a family. From now on, when the distribution method is established,
your tribe is just like us. By head count, elderly and children.
Half a bit more.
We listened to our former teachers.
First, something happened.
A newly arrived notorious kid stole 3 pieces of dried meat from the Yan tribe.
They caught him and almost started a fight. I pulled people apart. The child was beaten half to death by his father.
Is anyone okay? Skin wounds.
But both sides were holding their breath. Liu Ming said they were stingy. Just a few pieces of dried meat. The strict people say, our hands and feet are not clean.
This is a bandit.
He called the parents and leaders from both sides over.
If stealing something is wrong, punishment is required.
But hitting someone is also wrong, and an apology is necessary. If anything like this happens again,
First go to Old Sunday, or I am not allowed to act on your own. Tell everyone that in Huangtian Valley, there is no distinction between refugees and wild men. Only the people of Huangtian Valley. Whoever dares to stir up trouble again, no matter who it is. All are expelled from the valley with unlimited white porridge power.
Still top secret, but it also became the biggest mystery. The daily ritual of drawing blessing water becomes more solemn and mysterious. More and more people, trust me, truly have the ability to connect with heaven and earth. Immortal magic created out of nothing. This kind of belief,
bringing cohesion.
It also brings a sense of distance. Even Old Sunday and Dr. Li looked at me with a hint of reverence. Detached. Not the initial closeness. I have tried that kind of porridge with a hint of medicinal properties many times. But every time it fails.
First, the salt was nearly gone.
Can you endure it yourself?
No salt springs or salt mines were found nearby.
Even if there is.
Boiling also requires a large amount of firewood and special tools.
It is not something we are able to go forth.
Zhao Li was the only two choices to seize the battle. Each means enormous risk.
Showing that during our routine patrol, in the valley, on the other side, even more remote, deep within the miasmic, filled fissures, wearing tattered clothes, enduring only the bones, covered in filth and strange miasma threads, curled up in a narrow stone cave.
The breath fades and fades.
A few polished patches were scattered around the cave walls, after the turtle's green shell and a few charred building blocks, like a ubad. Indicates extreme physical weakness and bloating. The body has long enjoyed food and taste. It is a miracle that she is still alive.
Do your best to save him. So, what did he say? What did he say?
In their local dialect, the repeated words of internal term, meaning, Guigu, or more precisely, to connect with the bones and valleys of spirits and gods. In our ancient legends, deep within this mountain range, there is encountering a mysterious place that knows fortune and misfortune, protected by powerful shamanic stones. Mortals are hard to approach.
Could it be that this person has figured something out? You noticed something unusual about my abilities, or is it simply because of the changes in Tanaka today, and the mysterious atmosphere I deliberately created? Who are you? Where did it come from? Who?
The immortal master saw that this object looked like a divination piece of grass and tortoise shell.
Could this person be the bear's fierce battle pointing to the heart? Amen is prophesying that Huangtian Valley is facing great disaster. Blood flowed like rivers. Or is there another meaning? Did this unexpected intruder truly glimpse the secrets of heaven? Or a madman who tries to be mysterious and mysterious? His arrival was a blessing or a curse for Huang Tiangu, who had just established his footing. It seems the undercurrents are growing even more turbulent.
We cannot let a mysterious Fenghua shake the morale of the troops.
Director Li, he taught you to be careful, to keep watch for the present. After asserting the words,
laborers complain of exhaustion. Then, some people developed mild swelling. The emperor's warriors in training had noticeably lost their stamina. Movements become sluggish.
You have to get the eye on it, or exchange.
Either snatch it, but how do you trade?
What do we have besides the mages?
There is nothing else to be seen.
Should we use tricks to exchange for it? This obviously doesn't work. Plain porridge cannot be transported over long distances. It also makes it easy to expose the valley's secrets. The largest nearby market town is Heishi Village, 60 li away.
There is a market there at Heishi Village. Occasionally, about foreign caravans. There may be salt, but the journey is long. Moreover, on the main road, there was a sentry post and checkpoint for the soldiers. 70 li to the east, there is a small military camp. I heard it was a transit station for transporting grain and forage. Maybe the legs are salty, but there are plenty of guards. There is a wooden gate sword dragon.
You can't forcibly seize the legion.
Our strength is insufficient.
If we launch a direct assault in a single day, and immediately succeeded,
it will surely invite a large army to besiege and suppress them.
Huang Tiangu was instantly destroyed.
How to outsmart them? Only by cleverly capturing Heishi Fort. We need an identity. You need something that can be exchanged for salt.
Zhang Jiang's head.
What can we come up with?
Xianxi made only farming tools and rough weapons.
If one uses it for oneself, it is reluctantly managed. I fear they won't even be able to enter the caravan to raid tombs.
Unless
you can use that Tiante, heavenly iron.
Tianti is the iron used for making weapons. It is much better than the pig iron we smelt ourselves. If it could hold several decent demon blades or sword tips, maybe it is worth some money.
But the quantity is too small. Then more is needed. Celestial bodies. Wang Wu led his men to scout again along the mountain path where the government troops had been routed, searching carefully.
Perhaps there are still some forgotten and well-ordered items.
Yan leader's people are familiar with the mountains and forests. Could we look for places nearby to see if there are ancient battlefield relics or similar items? See if there are any ancient weapons without rust.
Even so, it probably wouldn't be enough to exchange for the rock needed for the cheekbone.
Add in furs. Organize manpower. To increase fishing and hunting. Old Chen and Zhao Dai. Many people gather rare mountain delicacies and wild fruits. Take those in good condition with you.
Then, who goes?
I must go myself, and must not do so.
The Valley Master is the master of a single valley. A body worth 10,000 gold pieces. How could it lightly shoot at Emperor Xian?
It is precisely because I am the master of a valley.
No one understands weighing things better than I do. No one understands better than I what we need. What can you give? Moreover, there are some situations. Perhaps only the name Guigu can truly respond.
I am willing to lead the strongmen to escort the Immortal Master on his journey.
All right.
I will swear to protect the Immortal Master to the death.
You select 5 of the most elite strongmen to guard strictly. Lead the 2 guides, who are most familiar with the route. All right.
We lighten our sentences. Lightly. Disguised as a hunter entering the mountains to gather herbs.
Waiting for opportunities to trade. Leave quickly, and return quickly. I am about to leave the valley. For the sake of appearance, you say big breasts.
Refers to this trip.
Or does it mean something else? Inside and outside. Inside and out. Inner chest, outer chest. Or is it a heart and mind both inside and out? Senior.
Be cautious. In reality.
These are the spare medicine for wounds in the Q-Chung pill. After a good gun, you can't pass through here.
From here, circle around.
Walking an extra day would take you directly to the back mountain of Heishi village.
Remember, we are hunters in the western hills. Kitchen knives. I have changed my face and speak less with ironware. Act according to my mood. Have you heard?
Julu is fighting fiercely.
Soldiers seem to have suffered losses.
Shh, 小兄长，不要命了. Don't care about your life. But grain prices have gone up again. Salt was especially expensive among the well-bearers.
Sigh. When will this world ever end?
I heard that an epidemic broke out again in the north.
No one buried the dead.
The leather is not fine.
This iron tool looks pretty decent too.
Where did this old forest fight come from? The ancestral craft was passed down, and the fight was lost.
You guys take people to find out the locations of the salt and blacksmith shops first. It seems to be pure conduct. It will not be wrong, although withered and transformed, but its unique form and color. It is very similar to the original plant of the miracle malaria medicine I remember. The chlortinin, the miasma in the Dr. Li's eyes was affected. The tribe's fear of miasma. Boss.
What should we do about this?
Quen's fodder. 2 boys bundled together. If you want this stuff, there are plenty in the back mountain. It is not much use.
It smells rather special. I want them all. Come!
The late master has inquired thoroughly.
There was only one salt shop in the village. It was opened by the creditor's brother, in-law.
Salt prices are frighteningly high, and seeing someone serve them as a dish is a raw face. Prices are being shaved down.
There are actually 2 ironware shops at the blacksmith shop, but the price isn't high either.
First, I went to the blacksmith shop.
I see the knife is okay. The forging technique was a bit rough. These are the highest numbers.
If you give me a fair price.
In the future, if the mountains obtain fine furs and rare mountain delicacies, I will definitely see you off first.
Seeing that you are from Xicheng.
At this price.
The shopkeeper. Is there anything new in the village lately? We are in the mountains. News is cut off.
I heard that, recently, another group of refugees fled from the north.
Yes.
Much of the creditor's reputation and prestige
ensuring peace in the region.
Don't know if the creditors are us.
The creditor's surname was Zhao.
Zhao, Heishi, was a true hero.
In the early years, silver.
Enough. Enough.
You should leave early after you finish exchanging your things. Recently, the stockade has been conducting thorough inspections. A familiar face should not remain for long.
Why? Buy the shopkeeper's beauty filters. Coarse salt or fine salt. 500,000 units of coarse salt per jin. Fine salt, 1 million.
What about 500,000 per jin?
Wasn't it just 200,000 last month?
This looks just too outrageous.
Disdainful of the price. Disdainful of the price.
Don't buy it.
Right now, in chaos and war, if salt can be brought in, that is already good. In a few days, prices might rise again.
If you want to buy it or not, we buy coarse salt. This is 1 guan. Weigh 20 jin for us.
No. Your money won't do.
Why not? These were all government. Minted copper coins.
Look, this one is missing a corner. This piece is of poor condition.
There is too little copper.
And these few are badly worn. We do not accept money like this.
Speaking nonsense.
This money can be used elsewhere.
Why is it not allowed here with you?
Other places are other places. This is the rule at our salt shop. Or exchange it for good money. Either this money is the only. If you can calculate 80%, according to 80%.
So we can only buy 16 jin.
16 jin is already pretty good. Do you want it? If not, just hurry up and leave.
Don't hold me back from doing business.
All right.
Just call it as you suggested.
The shopkeeper.
Your scale isn't right, is it? Clearly, less than 16 jin.
How could it not be enough?
My scale is government. Calibrated.
Very accurate.
Do you even understand scales? If you don't understand, don't talk nonsense.
You've already pushed the weight all the way out. At most, it weighs only 12 jin. Are you holding back your weight?
Who are you saying is holding back? If you can't afford it, then don't buy it.
Get out.
If you dare talk nonsense again, I'll send the officers to catch you golden fish bags.
Give us the salt. Let's go.
He delights in people too much.
This amount of salt is indeed just a drop in the bucket. Are they really going to risk seizing that small legion?
Move aside! Quickly move aside! Move aside. Who was the one who was so blind to offend King Yan of Zhao? I heard he was a scholar from outside. He wanted to spread some kind of imperial way within the fortress.
Caught in the act.
Are you asking for trouble?
It was actually Shaoli. How could he be here? And even become a prisoner who promotes the way of heaven. Why is he here? He proclaims the way of heaven. This is a sincere surrender. Or is there another agenda? How did he know I might be here? Or is it just a coincidence that Wang Shu recognizes me? One day, Wang Shu opened his mouth to confess. Both I and the entire Huangtian Valley will face catastrophe. Should we rescue people or evacuate immediately?
First, what happened to that person?
Keep up with them. Find out where they locked him up. Be careful not to expose yourself. Whether he is friend or foe, he knows my background. He absolutely cannot remain in the hands of the people of Blackstone Village.
After finding out the details.
On the west side of the village, there was a food stall.
Originally, it was a granary.
Now he has been a prison guard.
4.
2 were at the door, and 2 were inside to change shifts.
At this time, 王旭关在里面 was locked inside.
Holding the 9 but not leaving the 10.
Seeing Zai, Ding deliver food inside.
The risks are extremely high. Once exposed, the entire team, even the entire Huangtian Valley, could be implicated.
If you do not rescue Wang Shu,
one day, the proud heart fails and provokes me. The consequences were equally unimaginable. At this moment, to act is to act.
Wang Wu, you take 2 people to handle it.
The guard at the gate must be fast. One must be calm and quiet. I took someone in to rescue them,
while the others were outside to provide support. If any unexpected event occurred, they would use the sentry officer as their signal.
Evacuate immediately. Don't worry about us.
The first life was too dangerous.
I am going to save someone, but your goal is too big. It easily alarms more people.
I am trapped, and I long even more for the ordinary villagers. Maybe he could get a little bit of a fool.
This is an order. Your subordinates obey your orders.
Shift change so early.
Urging me to die. Still needing to use it. Is that okay?
Come on! I won't say anything!
Elder brother of the king.
It is me. Yes, it is you.
Why are you leaving quickly?
This is a trap. They deliberately relax the guards. They just want to bring out your ally, Guoshan!
If you want to leave, go together. Tell me what is going on. How can you still promote the yellow sky here?
After I let you go,
My heart is uneasy.
and I admire your character. So I quit my job and wanted to find you.
Later, upon hearing of the rebellion at Sanchaku, the authorities have labeled the Golden Demon as a rebel. I don't believe you are just playing randomly.
Asking around along the way.
I vaguely heard rumors of a floating rescue near Heishi village, so he thought he might try his luck. Unexpectedly, he had just tentatively asked a few questions. He was arrested as a golden spy and arrested.
They interrogated me about your whereabouts.
I am willing to die, Wei Yan.
But they seem certain I know something.
Deliberately setting up a scheme to expose it.
Rushing out.
Sure enough, they caught a big fish. Take them all down for me.
Regardless of life or death.
Protecting the immortal master from the water. The granary is flooded.
Quick! Put out the fire!
Rush!
It was that diviner.
How could he be here?
He set the fire. What are you standing there for?
If you don't want to die, I'll follow you.
Who exactly are you?
We are people of Huangqian Valley.
Quick! Cut it inside!
Director Lee.
The flames of Blackstone Village. A sudden ambush. Fierce battles.
And also Wang Shu.
He actually came to find her.
It is for the sake of loyalty.
Or is it another catcher?
How did he end up in Blackstone Village? Was the fire really set by him? Why does he want to help us? His fierce presence inside and out. Could it be a trip to Heishi Village?
The invitation to the late Master King Shang was released. 3 brothers were defeated.
All are skilled players.
The salt exchanged for the others on the reception was only enough for 10 days.
The cost was too heavy. 3 carefully cultivated histories. But all they got in return was a glass of water and a car body size.
How is Wang Shu? Lang Zhongli is watching.
Most are injuries or weakness. Rest for a while, and you'll never be seriously harmed.
Can you trust this person in reality?
After all, he came from an official background.
I don't know.
But if he wants to harm us at Blackstone Village,
You can confess directly. Heal him first. The strict household guarded them. How could I understand it? Where is Dr. Lai? He told him to come over immediately.
look at this! This item is called Qingkao. Do you know it? Perhaps the account gate is effective.
Qingkao. I seem to have seen this name mentioned in a certain fragmentary scroll.
Demon Tiger.
It only states that his spirit is cold in heart. It mainly kills insects and treats malignant sores. They didn't mention disabled girls at all.
At that time, it was being crushed. It can be soaked in cold water. Take the 剧液给变化符录. Remember, not Allah.
I obey your command.
He went to speak with words, but all that came in return was this. But this time, it wasn't without gains.
First,
We have confirmed that the external situation is becoming more chaotic. The government's troops fought fiercely against Jinjin, with no time for other matters. The possibility of a large-scale encirclement of US in the short term is reduced.
second,
We have found a sentiment that might be able to manage the finances. Third, we brought back Wang Shu.
he and I have salvation.
This time, the intention is burdened because of me, but his intentions are hard to fathom.
Go observe some things.
Ultimately, this is a major issue. What to do after 10 days?
What else can be done?
Or risk going out to hang out again.
Otherwise, but to target the Legion. It is not advisable for the Legion to defend its defenses with strict discipline.
We just went through a fierce battle. I swear to break my head. How could I ever resort to war again?
Are we supposed to wait until everyone is completely exhausted?
Are you at the mercy of others?
Saying that a solution must be resolved.
But you can't force it any further. Wang Shu had long been at a government office. Familiar, family operations, and military garrison rules.
Maybe he has a different method.
The former teacher was a chivalrous man.
Using him with his brain, not his own people. Wait until his injury has healed. I'll go ask him myself. There's one more matter right now.
I suspect the matter at Blackstone Village is not over.
The creditor, Zhao Heishi, suffered such a huge loss.
Dead hands are lost.
How could one endure peacefully and willingly give up?
Secretly causing trouble, spreading rumors, colluding with government soldiers, killing with a borrowed knife.
This is an external threat. But what the constables inside said,
inside and outside, evil threats loom and must be guarded against. Between the old and new, the common people, the Yan tribe lies between us. The fear and exhaustion after enduring fierce battles. The anxiety brought by the burning wilderness.
All are hidden dangers.
If at this moment, someone secretly incites trouble again, or that spies have mixed in.
From today onward.
The defense at the pass was doubled again.
Wang Wu.
Your Huang Tiantu is destined to patrol day and night, not only outside the room, but also pay attention to any unusual movements inside the valley. Elder Sunday must distribute materials fairly. If there are complaints, report them promptly. Strictly observe the treaty, and keep your clan members well. If there is any conflict, report it immediately. I must not privately touch Brother Wang Shu.
How does it feel? Thank you for saving my life in reality. I am ashamed.
In the Black Market Village. Thank you for your warning.
Now, you might tell me,
why do you insist on seeking me?
And why mention the Emperor's heaven? Back then, when I let you go,
it is because I feel that your heart holds thoughts of others, not the most treacherous and evil people. Later, upon hearing about the Sanchaku tragedy, the official documents portray you as an utterly evil sorcerer.
I do not believe it. From here, the calendars pointed.
First, there is unease in the heart. Second, I also want to see if there are other ways to live in this world.
Traveling all the way.
All I saw were corpses, scattered everywhere.
Officials are corrupt, and the powerful run rampant.
Zhulu raised his horns and climbed high.
At a single call, those who responded gathered like a crowd. It is not because he truly possesses the ability to scatter beams and turn troops into soldiers. At that time, because the heavens had long decayed and fallen apart, it was unbearable. I know that near Heishi Village, I have heard of an immortal master who floats on water to save people.
It is all up to you.
I want to ask you.
Is your kindness still the same from that day? Is your Emperor Heaven different from the one chewing Zhang's Emperor Heaven?
My heavens do not change dynasties. No mountains of corpses or seas of blood. As long as you are in this valley, give these people a bowl of porridge with nowhere to go.
A single piece of land.
A rule that allows you to survive. But now we have encountered difficulties. The words are about to end. Do you know what that means?
We also lack iron and medicine.
Outside, there are fierce tigers like Blackstone Village lurking nearby. Inside, people's hearts are also unsettled.
Wang Sui's elder brother.
Your Jusai Palace Gate is familiar with affairs. In your opinion, how should we continue this yellow sky?
There may be a method for salt. It is permissible to temporarily ignite urgent matters.
But you have to take risks.
The price of salt at Heishi Fort was extremely high, all because the salt and iron monopolization was layered and exploited. But I know there is a hidden path leading to the neighbor. There, private salt is rampant. The price is much lower.
Only the journey is even farther. They had to pass through several dangerous spots.
Saye. This really is a good approach. As for the interior,
the immortal master uses talisman and water immortal arts to gather people's hearts.
Even if effective.
However, this is not a long-term plan. A lifetime. A single phrase of meaning stirs up emotion.
For example, the scholar with the inscriptions in the West copied multiple copies. Literate people may be called preaching history after the labor of the common people, and expounded the purpose of rules and regulations.
The origin of the Great Wall.
Another example is the formation of Huang Tianli. Although this is a good strategy, I imagine all the robes should be the affairs of the Ming Wengong, to demonstrate fairness and avoid selfishness.
Wang Shu truly is extraordinary.
His understanding of the 7-level governance principle.
And far beyond this era, most officials who drift in a daze. If this person truly wishes to help,
Undoubtedly, it was a timely help in the snow.
But if one harbors malicious intent, the harm will be even greater.
Wang was already homeless. The Immortal Master rescued him once again.
Barely clinging to life.
What you say, if there is even a trace of usefulness.
Relying solely on the guidance of the Immortal Master.
If the Immortal Master does not believe,
Wang can also leave immediately, never implicating himself or Huang Tiangu.
Brother Wang Shu Exiang cherished life and nurtured himself.
What you speak of, I will carefully consider it. When you heal, follow the ancient rules. The matter of proclamation. Thank you for your trouble.
I will surely not fail the trust placed in me.
This yellow sky road is indeed perilous at every step. Wang Shu's proposal carries too much risk. A deeper evaluation of the path contacts, and even Wang Shu himself is needed.
You send out the most alert guide, following the secret path described by Wang Shu for preliminary exploration.
Without seeking to reach the destination.
Just want to confirm the existence of the path.
And assess the risks.
It is today that the three of you were summoned. Exactly. To clearly state the rules. Old Sunday was well acquainted with all the affairs of the valley, both great and small. Li Wentong Wen Mo. Wen Mo. Wang Shu had clear thinking.
And skilled in eloquence.
The three of you worked together to clearly write the rules of the West in the simplest terms. Every single point must be clearly explained.
Why is it decided this way?
First, the Qing cow you brought back. I follow the method of advancing with cold water.
Try to give the two most severe illnesses to the same patient.
Members of the Yan tribe with symptoms of bloating and obscurity take it. A few days later, the chills and fever symptoms of those two actually significantly eased.
And it is true, but there are only packs of wolves.
Even more frightening is that someone is Yangchang. He wanted to distract his brother.
What kind of bandit is, or is it something else?
Yes.
It is over.
All is finished. The smoke was gone.
Not a single one left!
I understand.
Everyone! Cheer up! Practice another set to stimulate Brother Wang!
It was really exhausting, farewell.
My whole body went weak.
And his head was dizzy.
And it swelled up again.
This is already the third time.
Salt is the foundation of strength.
No salt.
People will be completely weak. His body was swollen, making it difficult even to walk. Not to mention training and working.
Hey, it shows the terrace's side isn't good either. No one had the strength.
This morning, only half a patch of land was cleared.
If you follow this method, forget about planting beans.
They couldn't even plant wild vegetables.
The former teacher.
We can't wait any longer. If this continues.
And did not use government troops to attack.
We collapsed first.
Yes.
More than a dozen elderly people and children have already developed severe swelling and vomiting symptoms.
No more salt.
Within 3 days, people would starve to death or disease.
First, the fruit is present.
Let me lead a team to walk the road of salt administration.
I am not afraid of death.
As long as you can bring Yan back.
Anything is fine. No!
It is too dangerous.
The bears and wolf packs still have no idea how formidable they are. If something happens to you too, who will defend Huangtian Valley?
So what should we do?
Are we just going to watch everyone starve to death?
I go here. Or is it not?
But you are the backbone of Huangtian Valley. You can't go. But if you do, I will.
Big brother. Who is Brother Wang?
Something's wrong.
The Eiko Liang Wang Shao sent the highest level of alarm.
A large group is heading toward us. Our Huang Taigu is coming.
Friends in the mountains, don't shoot arrows. We are the evil immortals under General Zhang Bao's command in the underground palace. Sitting as the vanguard. I have heard that there are heroes here who are fearful, and have come specially to join forces and suffer together.
The heavenly mandate of heaven has appointed the general who protects the underworld.
The Yellow Turban Army.
They actually came looking for her.
It was a coincidence.
All the external threat predicted by the catcher. In this unexpected way, acceptance was fulfilled. He led the wolf into the room.
Reject my illness. Do we have the ability to block this clothes worshipper? There are quite a few battles that seem to be fighting.
Will Huangtian Valley, Hunter Zhang Bao Huangtian, 终究 we face each other. Under General Zheng Bao of the Underground Palace was the immortal Due Zhengren. Zheng Bao was the younger brother of Zheng Jiao, held a high status within the Yellow Turban Army. And who exactly is this Due Zhengren? And was actually able to compose a single piece of his own.
He even sent vanguards. What should be done? Looks like he is not a good guy. If it were allowed in, it would be easy to invite the gods.
Sending off the gods is hard to guard against asking about the intention of the deity below. We too are sufferers fleeing disaster in the mountains and wilderness, and established a fortified camp here to defend himself. Only seeking a single bite to eat. He has no intention of participating in external divisions. Everyone, please understand the minority in Liangguang, and it may be difficult to receive. Heroes, please seek out another version of him.
The debts are small and the two are scarce. Why must friends be overly modest? We have traveled along the way. I have long heard of the virtuous reputation of Master Fu Shui here.
How could one widely use floating water to aid the displaced people?
How could we brothers lack a few food to eat?
Could it be that you look down on my subordinates of the Underground Palace General? Or is it just a lie that you are waiting for? Huang Tian!
In fact, they were trying to force their way in.
Applying for an invitation is the lowest strategy. Maybe it can be delayed.
Brothers, you've misunderstood. It is not that they are unwilling, but that they cannot do the truth. Recently, a severe illness has broken out in the village.
I fear it may infect you all.
Only then did he close the door and refuse visitors. It would be better for you all to rest outside the camp for now. We offer some blessings.
I merely express my heartfelt intentions.
Wait until a bottle is over again.
How urgent is this reunion?
It was quite a coincidence.
My family's Due Zhengren is the Underground Palace General Qinfeng.
He was well versed in the medical techniques of the prefectural waterworks, specializing in treating 100 diseases.
It is truly a case of warding off illness and bringing disaster. Hurry and open the gate. He led us inside. Could it be that you are afflicted by a serious illness?
Is there something shameful?
At this moment, it is impossible to resist by force.
Nor should we allow them to invest in the core company, observing their formation. Although they claim to be the vanguard, in reality, it resembles a mix of routed soldiers and refugees,
and their leaders may not be fully controlled.
Perhaps it is permissible to allow some of their people to enter inside to observe the hidden waters. The rest temporarily stayed outside the stockade. During this period, opportunities may be sought for differentiation, to probe their true strengths.
Although this opportunity is still risky, but it was a desperate opportunity to seize the initiative. Keeping risks close to the pass, to prevent it from entering directly into the heartland. At the same time, he probed the details.
All right.
Since the true man's divine powers are vast, we dare not refuse any longer. However, the fortress itself is cramped. It is difficult to accommodate all the brothers. He requested the leaders and some attendants to enter inside, to observe the floating water. The remaining brothers may rest outside the stockade. We ourselves will serve the emperor food and drink. How could it be good?
Just as you say.
But I have to bring at least 20 people in. But
20 still. Okay.
Walk once. Are you that floating water, immortal master?
It doesn't look like it has 3 heads and 6 arms.
In chaotic times, one seeks to survive.
A few trivial tricks.
Not worth mentioning.
May I ask what the leader should be addressed? And who is that master of Due?
A certain family with a surname, Hu. The brothers gave him a toast, but Hu had a sly face.
He was the chief Dharma master seated beneath the general of the underground palace,
possessing vast divine powers, able to summon wind and rain.
And now he is leading a great army northward. Recruit heroes. You all play here in small games.
What can one possibly achieve?
Why not follow us together with the true man head? Fight for a marquisate and defeat the defeated Sunday Lao!
Bring them a few bowls of blessing water to fill their stomachs.
This is what is called the Fu Shui blessing water.
Although these two people were fierce, but they eat in dire straits. Obviously, it is about hunger and fullness. The equipment was even more chaotic. The swords and spears were rusted. The leather armor was damaged, which is far removed from the regular official troops. It was more like a martial force that had taken in a large number of refugees. A disorderly crowd. Wang Shu's judgment might have been correct. This is more like a bout of routed soldiers, or a local golden branch. Under the banner of Zhang Lao, he expanded his power.
First, this floating water really does help protect the stomach. But with just this, it can't support too many people, right? I see that your grain here doesn't seem to have much stored either.
The Hutuling Mingjian is indeed difficult. That is why he shut his doors and kept to himself. He dared not stir up trouble.
In times of chaos, I wish to cultivate myself alone.
Dream.
Or be swallowed up. Or you have to go out and devour others. I think your place is nice. Easy to defend, but hard to attack.
How about this?
You and I will become one family here. You are responsible for handling beams and floating. I will lead my brothers in charge of fighting and killing, with Master Due as his backing. 100 ally in all directions!
Isn't that delightful? Do you need to flip it directly? There were 70 or 80 people outside the door.
It is still Shuyu who will be the master of Wei. Fifth brother. Outside.
A lot of people came outside again, fighting, under the banner of government troops.
The foot of the mountain had already been surrounded by those people.
There was an ambush.
You are the one who colluded! The government fart!
If we establish government offices,
would you let you in?
The Immortal Master saw clearly.
Are the officers and soldiers in the army?
There were quite a few people. At least 200. The leaders seemed to be like the stronghold of Heishi village, referring to Zhao Heishan.
Xiaohei Mountain. He actually colluded with government soldiers. Following this group of gold, they attacked. He wanted to kill 2 birds with 1 stone, having already been able to eliminate the remaining Jin rebels, and can also conveniently take revenge on Huang Tiangu. What? Now? Helping Jin fight the soldiers. That would confirm rebellion. And to oppose the entire court. Helping the soldiers mine gold. Would Zhao Haishan let them go? I am afraid that after settling the gold, next is Huangqiang Valley, sitting on the mountain, watching tigers fight, no matter which side prevails. The next target is Huangtian Valley. The hunter's great, ominous prophecy. In this worst way, it has been thoroughly proven that both inside and outside are enemies. The true desperate situation. Hutu, Ling.
Now you and I are both here.
If you want to survive, trust me once. What do you want to do? What soldiers? First, drive back the government troops at the foot of the mountain.
What about you?
This area has no choice.
If the government troops prevail,
we both have to die. Only by joining forces can we drive them back.
Only then did there be a glimmer of hope.
I, Huangtian Valley, am familiar with the terrain.
And can strike from the flank.
You lead your people to face it head on. This is our only way out.
All right.
I'll trust you just once. If it is just a trick, I'll chop you up first.
Fang, open the pass!
Heaven appoints! Worthy men! Follow me in attack!
In any case, we must carve out a bloody path. For the sake of the Huangtiansha behind him, which had just begun to take shape.
Kill all these rebels! If this is not the case, there are too many officials and nobles.
To capture the bandits, first seize the leader.
Brother Wang, do you dare to repeat the previous recruitment of talent?
I order you to immediately take a few people to slander Su's hometown against him. Just say, we are willing to cooperate from inside and outside, and help him eliminate Hu Balin. I only beg him to spare Huang Tiangu.
Lure him to the front lines. I understand.
Who is the master of the house?
He did.
We wish to have creditors extinguish the gold thieves!
You truly wish to contemplate the truth and truth.
Only asking creditors to keep their promises. Afterwards, let us shareholders off the hook.
You dare to sell me a favor!
Those who understand the times are called Junji.
As long as you kill now.
Protect the chief.
Many thanks to each other.
What about the tiger leader?
What other plans could he possibly have?
I am almost out of all my capital.
Go back and find Master Du. I am afraid things won't end well either.
Master Li, this place is quite nice. I have nowhere to go with these brothers anymore. If you don't mind, let's really get together. From now on, you have the final say. I'll be your vanguard.
How about that? And shelter these fierce bandits, undoubtedly greatly enhancing the martial power within the bone, especially the process. The military risk of this test is enormous. But in times of chaos, and his wild nature may not necessarily be ineffective. Yes,
But since it is like my Huangtiangu, you must abide by the rules of Huangtian Valley, treating all shareholders equally. Those who achieve merit are rewarded.
有过则罚. Punishment is imposed. Is it possible? Damn it.
I keep my word! From now on, this life will be sold to Huangtiangu! Who doesn't know the rules? I'll be the first to chop him up!
I quickly see that although there isn't much to say, but it is enough to temporarily relieve urgent concerns.
More importantly, the martial artist appeared once again. Thank you, sir, for saving my life once again.
The demonic net of the Ghost Kingdom has not yet been lifted. Enemies surrounded both inside and outside.
What is the attitude of the Yan tribe? Will the mysterious Master Du and Zhang Bao's army seek revenge? 还要找黑市，找黑市. He escaped back. How could one endure peacefully and willingly give up? How long can this flag protect them?
First, everything was toned down.
There are a total of 19 brothers.
Have you written it all down? The name was strange. Is there anyone else at home who remembers it?
Are all carved in the tomb cave. How much? When peace is restored in the future,
We erected a monument for them.
After the late master had finished counting the seized goods, 27 swords and knives.
Most of them can still be used.
15 sets of leather armor, mostly obtained.
And repairs were made.
43 spears, having seen fewer than 100 of them. And that bag of salt was found, stained with some blood, but still edible.
And additionally, 3 bags of dry rations were found on the soldiers' corpses.
All are coarse grains. Casualties.
11 Huangqian loyalists were killed in battle. 7 were seriously wounded.
Minor injuries are not counted.
Almost half of it was lost. 3 warriors of the Yan tribe died. 5 ordinary stock names were killed by rumors in the chaotic battle.
Today, I, Hu San, swear here by my side.
From this day forward.
He lived and died together with Huang Tiangu.
Wherever the immortal master points, I strike. If there is divided loyalties, if this matter is to be done, heaven struck me with 5 bolts of lightning.
Thunder rumbles here, leaving nothing to remain.
Life is abandoned together. We live and die together with Huang Tiangu.
If there is any intention, humans and spirits share the same breath.
The Tiger brothers requested to rise.
I request that all officials be recalled. Today, the Hubadian brothers and his brothers have proven their sincerity through their actions. From today on, they are brothers in our Huangtian Valley. I hereby announce the appointment of Hubali as the Yellow Heavenly Person with 4 deputy associate leaders,
ranking just below Wang Wu.
All his subordinates were enlisted in the Martyrs' Corps, treating all brothers with equal status.
Trained together.
And ate together.
Fighting together.
I thank the Master and Believer.
My life. Hu San.
From now on, it will belong to the late master.
It is from Huangxian Valley.
Ladies and gentlemen,
today, we swear this oath here. I have feudal lords who are blinded beneath the imperial examination. It is said to be trustworthy. There was a brave man named Meng in the peach orchard.
Righteousness is the source of life.
Today we are covered in Huangtian Valley, not seeking to become a hegemon, nor fearing the title of marquis.
All to find a way out in this chaotic world.
Please step forward one by one. Drink this bowl of water of the Alliance. Together, they worked and observed ancient customs, mutual support, and coexistence, resisting foreign enemies. If anyone violates this matter,
heaven and man share the same blessing.
I stand before you and swear an oath here, living and dying together with Huang Tiangu.
Our king vows to serve with 5 commands, even unto death.
This old man is risking his life.
Do you really believe these people?
They used to be bandits who robbed the community.
Who knows?
That old man is pinning your grandfather's head when I fight desperately.
You are still shivering in the shack. This little bit of bird food is packed with food, barely enough for you.
You are being presumptuous.
Rules are rules. Rules are bullshit. I only know who has the bigger fist.
Who has enough to eat and does whatever they want.
Work hard. Work hard.
The Milky Way roars loudly.
This old man withheld my grain allocation.
And there was no injustice.
You question whether elders are physically pushing, because it violated Article 7 of the ancient regulations. showing no respect to elders, and disordered the order. According to regulations, a penalty of 3 days' rations should be imposed. After cleaning the thatched latrine for 3 days.
Why should it be over such a trivial matter?
Laosa did not accept it.
Rules are rules. To wear is to be obeyed. If you are dissatisfied, want to try?
Embarrassing things.
I treat my words as nonsense.
Return and accept punishment, if discipline and discipline are not strict.
It has shown you 2 results.
Sure enough, relying solely on pressure and punishment, unable to truly win people's hearts.
The senior brothers were used to it.
Suddenly being constrained is inevitable.
However, without rules and standards, one cannot form square or circle. Huang Tiangu has survived to this day. It is not relying on the courage of a common man, yet all are united in purpose.
Each fulfilling their respective duties.
I understand the principles of immortality.
But the brothers just carried their heads and worked. Just to eat your fill!
Now, there will be grain. There will be meat too. But you need to proceed step by step. At present, there is one matter. Perhaps the brothers can showcase their talents. It can also alleviate difficulties in the valley.
What is there to say?
Wang Shu once said that there was a private rumor. Xiao Langguan lost his brother while investigating.
The dangers and obstacles were extraordinary.
Hutuling and his brothers have all braved mountains of blades and seas of fire and blades. I wonder if you dare to venture this dangerous path.
If it is accomplished.
Along the way, grains and meat from the valley are kept clear, and the supply of supplies can all be improved.
The brothers also fought fiercely with their hand skills. This is exactly my profession.
The late master was at ease.
Leave this matter to me!
I will surely find a way out for Gu Zhong.
Sir, the inner ring temporarily reveals where are the external enemies.
Or something else. The hexagram images are in disorder. The heart and mind illuminate fate. Flying to a certain direction. Someone was watching. I've been watching.
Who is watching?
Longzhan at Wild Banner. Blood black and yellow. The heavenly secrets had already been obscured.
The dragon battles in the wilderness. The workings of heaven are obscured. It felt as if several pairs of eyes were secretly watching Huang Tianguo. Zhao Heishi's revenge. The movements of the gold main force. Or some lesser known force.
The Heisei family of life depends on you.
A distinguished scholar.
Do you think they can successfully find the salt dealers? That one. The road is so perilous.
Hugh Baxian has traveled far and wide for many years.
Experienced.
Since he dared to take on this job, he was somewhat confident. All we can do is guard our homes.
Wait for them to come back. The late master was at ease.
I personally watched the pass side. There will never be any mistakes.
The former teacher. It is the 10th day.
How Begian and the others still hadn't returned?
Wait a little longer.
Maybe something happened on the way and got delayed.
But the rations we prepared for them only lasted 10 days.
Cease.
First, it is the 10th day.
Still no news!
Not a single movement.
But did not comply.
Could something have happened?
That road was so dangerous. There are also wolf packs and bears.
Why are you all panicking?
Oh, Loda! He truly possesses the heavenly mandate of his own!
Maybe he'll be back tomorrow.
Everyone went back to work, doing what needs to be done. Before the sun rises tomorrow, let me give you an explanation.
Yes, are our people.
Quickly, place the spider plant! Catch it!
Who's the disciple of fifth brother?
A donkey with a shaved head.
They died.
Dead!
What is going on? Speak slowly. There's a road. A road exists.
It is very dangerous. Passing through Wolf Valley.
Almost at the 4 strict village. But we encountered human cultivators.
It is not a bear.
This person wears animal skins. Bicheng is even stronger. Untouchable by blades and spears.
Cut him once. His eyes piercing the wild.
He was torn apart in one go. They rushed out of the mountains. Many!
And killed people upon seeing them.
Can't eat people! Will surely be there to devour the tiger's head while we cover the rear.
He told me to run back and deliver the news.
So this is really what you are, brother. So terrifying.
They seem to be following us. He followed from the Blackstone stronghold, always following the scouting team. Almost total annihilation. The path to Dead Rock is blocked by terrifying bears. Even more terrifying. Shitu's last sentence was immediately followed by the Blackstone stronghold. Is it a coincidence?
It is better to go to Blackstone or those terrifying human bears like Duwu Genren to raise their guard.
Double vigilance in all directions!
The dragon battles in the wild. Strange blood is dark and yellow. Is this bear the evil dragon, stirring up the Xuanhuang blood? Or is this just the prelude to an even greater disaster?
Still, no one is truly immortal.
We came here yesterday. It has been empty here for 3 days. BOJ seemed to have left again. Nothing was left behind.
First, did they still not find the hunter?
Then disappeared again. Just like last time. He vanished without a trace.
This corpse catcher is also elusive and unpredictable.
And yet, at this moment, he couldn't find anyone.
If nothing happens, Wang Wu was allowed to patrol his hometown, especially at night. There can be no slackness.
I will go speak to Director Lee right away.
Dr. Lee, hurry open the door and something's happened.
What is wrong? In the middle of the night.
A few kids from our tribe played in the shallow water downstream in the afternoon.
Nothing felt right when he came back.
Vomiting and diarrhea! And feeling cold all over!
快，带我去看他。See it.
Sigh.
The immortal master.
Dr. Lee, you are finally here! Hurry and save the children! What is going on? Taking medicine is useless at all. They burned even harder. He kept having diarrhea non-stop, and he was completely dehydrated. The youngest girl had already fallen unconscious.
Che family's Che gentlemen.
My wife is sick too. Vomiting and diarrhea. Just like the children.
My mother-in-law is the same.
And next door, Urya. Yesterday, they were all downstream doing laundry.
How could this happen? So many people suddenly got sick. First, it was not Yaibing.
It is poisonous.
Someone poisoned the water.
Poisoning. Confirmed symptoms.
Although it resembles a cold syndrome, the pulse is rapid and chaotic. The tongue coating is black, and the vomitus contains a very faint bitterness.
Humans must have been poisoned by some kind of mineral poison, although diluted by a large amount of flowing water.
The toxic and strong alkali are not enough to cause death, but it is enough to cause serious illness for those drinking in the middle and lower tiers.
If it weren't for the timely discovery,
the children are probably in the water source they depend on for survival.
This is not an invasion by foreign enemies. This is an internal case. Malicious and base, with a sinister and despicable gaze. Who are the women and children who say they are powerless to resist? This is because the rules in the valley are not fulfilled, harboring resentment against the enemies of the young tribe. Or was he just a play that had already infiltrated the valley, Zhao Heishi's people? Or the case of that mysterious and poisonous master?
Immediately block off all information. Outsiders only say it was accidentally eaten by Dugu.
Unified caliber.
Director Lee devoted himself wholeheartedly to treating the sick.
Priority supply of required medicinal materials. Wang Shu immediately began investigating in secret all suspicious individuals who have recently approached downstream water sources.
Wang Wu strengthened internal patrols,
especially near water sources. If anyone finds any suspicious behavior,
take it immediately.
At first, there was still no clue. I took the water downstream. They sampled and examined soil and aquatic plants. Even the stone's children played with tested.
The source of the poison cannot be found.
This poison is too strange.
Colorless and tasteless. Onset quickly.
I also checked everyone who has recently been to the downstream shoals. He questioned each one of them. No suspicious findings were found.
Everyone has an alibi and can testify for each other.
What should we do now?
Nowadays, no one dares to approach the downstream stream.
Even washing clothes can only be done upstream. 3 children from far away had already made it through. If you can't find out who did it again, no one knows what might happen.
Upon further investigation, the scope expands. All the strangers he had passed by in the past half month, and those who have interacted with the outside world. Not a single one is missing.
Shifted. Switched. Old Ari, you can go back to sleep now.
Oh, Lee.
Old Lai, where are you?
Someone! Come here!
Something happened! The granary was in trouble!
The symptoms were exactly the same as those of the previous people.
It was also a subordinate who had a high build.
Sealing off the entire granary. No one was allowed to approach.
Check all the grain.
Big brother shot! Immortal Master! Look at this! This piece of dried meat was off. The color is black! And there is a strange smell.
That is right.
There is poison on top. Oh my god.
Someone poisoned the granary? If you hadn't noticed this, everyone in the bone would be poisoned to death!
The granary is located in a hidden location, and our shift rotation time is only at the core. A few people know about it. Outsiders simply couldn't sneak in. And you can accurately find where the jerky is stored.
There must be a traitor who is certain of it. Did they do it?
They used to be bandits, ruthless and merciless. She would do anything she couldn't accomplish.
Maybe they've already colluded with the soldiers outside, thinking Lin Wai He and the Huang Tianguo kingdom's nonsense.
Our boss has sworn a blood oath, living and dying together with Huang Tiangu.
Don't slander me!
Who knows if your oath will still stand? Maybe it is just a show you deliberately staged.
I think you are looking for a beating.
Stop right there, everyone.
What time is it now?
The enemy hasn't even broken in yet. Our own people started fighting first.
Isn't this exactly what the traitor wants?
Useless things!
If you don't get lost. Second brother and the others shut up.
If you dare cause trouble again, I'll cripple you.
Bright spears are easy to dodge. It is hard to guard against hidden threats. What readers say is that both inside and outside are enemies. So that is what it meant. The army was manifested. What is wrong? I have something I want to say to you alone, regarding the matter of the traitor. I think I found a clue.
Those poisoned this time, including granary guards, were among the earliest elders to follow the Immortal Master, or members of the Yan tribe.
As for those who come later,
especially under the Hu leader,
and not a single person was poisoned.
You mean the goal is clear?
It is not that they harm others without discrimination. It is more like we're cleaning out the elderly.
Sowing discord.
Perhaps the goal is not to immediately select a few people, but rather to break the hearts of the people in the valley, creating conditions for external attacks.
Such a ruthless scheme. If that is really the case, the traitor's goal was not simply sabotage. This is because the inside corresponds to the outside and is harmonious. Completely destroy Huangtian Valley. Who could it be?
Maybe we encountered others who had infiltrated us.
Immortal Master, do you still remember?
The refugees we shelter. The origins are not entirely clear.
The former teacher, Mr. Wang.
Amy woke up. He seemed to see something.
Last night, around midnight, I seemed to hear movement behind the granary.
So I went over to check.
It was as if I saw a shadow.
Very thin and small. The movement was swift. I was about to shout.
He caught a strange smell.
Then
I knew nothing at all.
Could it be him? Me. If he really hasn't met. Huang Tiangu had been right under his nose from the very beginning.
Immediately go find that unworthy person!
The earth is dark. Clear. Internal and external troubles. Huangtian Valley is already in crisis. Has the private scandal really reached this level?
He must be brought out.
The granary was attacked.
Brother poisoned. This touches my sore spot.
But now he has disappeared.
Like ghosts or spirits?
How do we find them?
Since he had gone to great lengths to set up this trap.
We will never stop here.
But, at first, the intention was to sow discord. Let us throw ourselves into chaos.
He must have a backup plan. Perhaps they are waiting for signals of external attacks. Brother Wang Shao is right.
He is now hiding.
If we search blindly, we end up alerting the enemy.
It would be better to use strategy and follow the plan. He turned the tables with the enemy. He wasn't trying to create chaos. External attacks. Then, let's give it to him. He was thrown into chaos.
False news. The late master fell ill.
Old injuries relapsed, and they encountered the Emperor.
He shook his head.
What is going on?
It must be a celestial event. No way. Exactly.
All were scattered. Don't gather together.
First, something serious has gone wrong. The one who treated the poisoned. The key herbal herb was about to run out of auxiliary medicines. There are too many people poisoned this time. The amount used was 3 times higher than expected.
If you do not collect it again, and later, there will be another illness.
All they can do is wait for death.
I know that in the shaded area behind the soul-breaking cliff on the north side outside the valley, the road is just too dangerous.
Normally, no one dares to go.
Human life is a matter of utmost importance, and cannot be delayed.
You two pack up right away! 我送你郎中出伍, out of the valley. He went to Duantong Cliff to gather medicinal herbs.
But Brother Wang...
The two of us are specifically responsible for guarding the main post at the pass. We left.
And the pass was empty.
What is empty?
I'll have the bearded man hold the position for 2 hours.
Saving lives is the priority. Go quickly.
If something goes wrong, I am asking for you.
It was Brother Wang.
It really is you.
You.
What about you?
How can I see through you? Your acting is excellent. Unfortunately, I was too impatient. Your goal is too deliberate. Instead, your intention is exposed, not murder. Instead, it creates conditions for external attacks. You think you have a wise plan? Little do they know. We have long set up a net of heaven and earth, just waiting for you to walk right into the trap.
The king succeeded and defeated the bandits. If you want to kill, then do so.
The underground palace, General and Master Du, will surely avenge me. Flattening your little ghost valley.
Dewey Genren really was sent by him.
小黑石也是你们的人, also one of your people!
It is fine to tell you. Chief Zhao had already secretly laughed. This time, the Taoist was merely cooperating with Laozi. It is just a pity I couldn't witness your internal strife and firefights with my own eyes.
Annihilated in one fell swoop by the true immortal army!
Ha ha! Scared of you!
Real!
Faxia had already reached Haishi Fort. At sunrise the next day. That is the time when you all are reduced to ashes and smoke. I am merely one step ahead.
Below. Wait for your last chance to shatter it. The greatest crisis is not traitors. It was the real thunderous strike about to strike behind the traitor. Master Dui Genren is to hold back the main army. An elegant scene. Your prophecies. Those hexagrams. Is it true or not?
What then can be done about the truth?
So, what if it is false? The hexagram image is merely a tool.
Laozi said that. If it is ominous, then it is indeed misfortune.
Saying auspicious is auspicious.
This fisherman in troubled times, who does not blindly believe in their natural disposition. A small blessing is bestowed.
And will toy with you in the palm of your hand.
One might be the real dragon battle at Yachi Qi Shuang Huang. But this blood may not be my Huangqian valleys.
Take him away and keep him under strict supervision. Wang Wu immediately summoned all the strongmen and those capable of fighting. Wang Suzhen was old, women, and children.
Prepare emergency supplies.
We are preparing to face the Laoling family.
Old tricks and ghosts. Fishermen of Huangqian Valley.
You have been deceived by heretical teachings.
Resisting the heavenly troops.
And his crime deserves death 1,000 times. Yet heaven possesses the virtue of cherishing life. General of the underground palace.
The compassionate true man. I also cannot bear to see all of you sword reduced to dust.
Lay down their weapons, kneeling and surrendering.
hand over the demonic path, and Master Limo may spare your lives, and even led you all to take refuge in the Huangqian Formation,
sharing in the peace and prosperity.
If you want to fight, then fight. Why waste your time?
The other party is not in a hurry to snatch it away, but rather to break our fighting spirit.
Stubborn and unresponsive.
Father!
Those who comply succeed.
Those who defy heaven perish.
How can you steady the sword?
Prepare to face the enemy.
We can't go on like this. If morale collapses in a single moment, the narrow pass will surely be lost.
We must do something. We must fight against this evil law.
But what should be done?
I only have the white curse. Should I break them with a boat?
Number.
But did not reply.
My ability seems to respond to strong intentions. That light boat that blocked the veins.
Perhaps.
Maybe we can hold on. We just want to survive.
What did we do wrong?
The yellow heaven saved me.
Huang Tianli! Huang Tianli releases Huang Tianli without a master. Strike. I will kill.
Is it truly that he intends to perish because of his own sons and younger brothers? How many strands of buckets are pulled? The two characters Emperor Heaven. He shouldn't be the kind of wild fantasy that sweeps across mountains of corpses and seas of blood. Nor should it be this kind of corrupting in life, manipulating evil law. Heaven is the land that allows the humble to survive.
Let life take root.
The one where the beans can sprout.
After all, it is just a faint hope in despair.
It is the independence and return in the darkness.
It is the right to survive.
Using this conflict as a strategy. Using these bones as proof.
May our august heaven and generous earth support all things. Endless and unceasing.
The Earth Dragon flips over!
It is impossible to kill them down.
Crush them!
Aerospace Valley was held.
First, we hold our ground.
Hold on. But what is the cost? Wang Tin was killed in 19 battles. 5 people were seriously injured and disabled. Fewer than 10 people could still stand. 7 soldiers from the Lian tribe died. Just like 11 weak and robust shareholders have died.
3 women and children also died in the chaos.
First, how should those people be dealt with? Dozens of lives were killed. If we let it go, it may cause future trouble. Where does the stored grain come from? Most of them were also pitiful people, who had been bewitched and coerced.
All are people of unfortunate fate.
Those who wish to stay.
One must swear an oath in blood.
Guard my bone compass.
Work alongside us.
There must be no errors. If there is any unusual disturbance, lawfully kill on sight those who are unwilling, and confiscated weapons, driving them out of the mountain valleys, born and destroyed by themselves.
What kind of immortal technique are you using?
What does it have to do with you?
Your army has turned to ashes. Now, tell me, where is Zhang Bao's main force? And what about Renxiang?
If you say it, I'll let you die a little more easily.
I want to know, but I refuse to tell you. You all have to die.
General of the Underground Palace, the main army will advance within a few days.
And those mountain spirits, they will find this place.
Devour all of you! I'll wait for you downstairs!
These bean sprouts were born because of me. Or is it the land of the Yellow Heavenly Kingdom? They already dispel evil magic. But it also drains its vitality. Those believers who are soft-hearted. Not completely. Because the evil law has been broken. Perhaps these bean sprouts have also absorbed vitality. Is it a gift or a curse?
Heo Baiyan and the others died.
And died outside the mountain.
Leaving no trace of the corpse or bones.
Many people died. White bones lie here. But there are still people alive. The bean sprouts are still growing.
Count all the stored grain tools and personnel. Reorganize the ranks. Those who can fight combine with labor, taking turns guarding and laboring in love. These sprouts are temporarily retained. Observe the riding nature of Lilangjong, paying special attention to whether it is harmful to humans or livestock.
Starting tomorrow.
All the seedlings must be prepared before winter arrives. Reclaim more fields. Stocking up on more food. Craft more weapons.
Huang Tiangu is still paying a heavy price. Blood was revealed before the tribe.
Oh, tally.
Clearing the battlefield. He also incorporated 47 surrendered soldiers. Currently, there are 1,189 people in the drum who can get out of bed and move around.
Zhuang Laoli.
Counting the women and children who could barely do some light labor.
Altogether, it is less than 120.
This battle was fought so fiercely. So many capable people, but the young men are gone.
Done. What about the grain storage?
First, the situation. The situation is very bad.
The 3 carts of rations seized from the soldiers last time had long been eaten up.
The little wild fruit chunks and jerky we originally saved up could have held out for another month.
Now, there are 47 more mouths. It will be all over in a few days. Now the granary is truly empty. Not a single extra grain of grain remained.
The mage is not infinite. The amount I can conjure each day is limited. Starting today, the daily allotment for the mages will be reduced by another 30%. Each person could only receive 2 bowls of thin porridge per Dalton Y.
Just enough to keep him alive. Not enough. But how could that be?
The strongmen still had to train and reinforce the passes. The common people also had to reclaim land and cut wood to survive the winter. 2 bowls of thin porridge a day is nowhere near enough.
I know, but there was no other way.
It is necessary to store enough grain and firewood for winter before snowfall, and also reinforce the shacks.
Sewing winter clothes.
New thoughts are not yet fully prosperous in people's hearts.
Volunteers are needed to manage it on their behalf.
Scatter them and assign them into various groups, led by elderly people, with strict supervision.
It seemed to have a slight poison.
It can harm a person's spirit and vital energy, but not to be fatal. There are those who ask whether it can be used as medicine, to be used as a suppression formula to relieve pain.
But absolutely must not be eaten.
How did these pea shoots dispel the evil spells that day? Is what they absorb really human experience or frenzy?
I will kill these ungrateful and grateful wretches.
We didn't take them in.
You were already starving outside.
Why should we work ourselves to the bone and support this bunch of useless people?
Who cares about your porridge?
If he hadn't gone out, working all day, and still not getting enough to eat, do we think we are livestock?
Everyone, stop right there.
Seeing that things could go on like this was not a solution when food is insufficient and people's hearts are unsettled. Outside, there were also the main characters of Zhengba's army and the mountain spirits. When winter arrives, there is no need for enemies to attack.
We ourselves will freeze or starve to death.
If Hu Jialei and the others...
Maybe I can go out and think of a way.
Internal troubles and external threats remain within the control of the realm. At this moment, only by increasing income and reducing expenditure can we, implementing both strategies simultaneously and further tightening rationing. Priority is given to ensuring labor and safeguarding open sources. Peacock beast, hunting large wild beasts, or gathering goods from the mountains that have survived the winter, or searching for other entrances to the four-eyed path, even if it could only be exchanged for a small amount of grain cloth to compensate me.
He left.
I lead a team of the most refined people.
Do not go far.
Hunting in the nearby mountains and forests. If you can hit a big guy.
The meat is edible.
Skin can keep you warm. Let me bleed.
We'll just see the immortal master.
I have a way.
I know where there is food to survive the winter.
Why all the commotion? Let him in. The immortal master. Honorable leaders.
I know a place. Right in the old forest 30 li west of this valley. There is an abandoned mountain god temple. In my early years, I fled with my parents and passed through the road. There, I took shelter from the rain. There is a cellar at the base of the temple. It seems as if grain is hidden inside. It was once kept by a monk in the temple. We were extremely hungry at the time. He didn't dare move much. Only took a little from the cellar of desolation. This statement is truly, absolutely true. That place is very hidden. The entrance is half buried by a collapsed stone. Ordinary people can't find it. I remember Master Lucien.
I took some people and went with him. If there truly is grain.
Perhaps I can cross this eastern part of Huangqian Valley.
Is there anything unusual near that place? Have you ever heard of mountain spirits appearing?
Mountain ghost.
No, never heard of it. That place is just a remote and difficult road. I haven't heard of any monsters. All of this was many years ago.
It is better to believe that it exists than to believe it does not exist. Extra preparation is needed.
Leave quickly and return quickly.
All right, Wang Wu. You select the 5 most capable players. Bring your weapons and ropes. Yuliang, please lead the way. Remember, this trip is only to investigate the situation. If you have food, take a small amount back first. After confirming everything is correct, carry it a second time. If you encounter any danger, withdraw immediately.
To protect himself. He was a key immortal master. Yesterday, Yunyang heard about the mountain god temple. Later, I thought it over carefully. I just feel a bit uneasy.
What is wrong with that?
I practiced medicine in my early years. I once heard a traveling monk mention it. In the deep mountains to the west, there is indeed an ancient temple, but not in any good place. The evil refining pill suffered backlash. Resentment gathers, and it does not disperse.
The mountain folk all call it the Ghost Temple.
The Ghost Temple's evil elixir harbors resentful spirit.
Yunyang only said it was to avoid the exhaust and rain, but none of that was mentioned.
It was Yunyang who was unaware.
Or was she deliberately hiding the matter? Also understand kindness.
Only last night did I recall it. My heart is uneasy, so I have come to report this to you.
The immortal master is right. This matter will be kept secret for now. I have my own plans. The immortal master. The immortal master. If this is truly so,
Wang Wu, their journey is likely to be uncertain.
Yunyang immediately sent people to chase after their mountain god temple.
The mountain god temple is a trap.
Indeed, it is a fairy trap.
Yunyang was actually a spy.
She deceived everyone with stories about her husband's death and fabricated stories.
Right there! What is the point of killing her now?
What should be done? And sent people to rescue them. It is too late.
30 li of mountain road. By the time I arrived, everything was already over. It is very likely that reinforcements will also be surrounded, if you don't help.
They watched helplessly as Wang Wu and Wu Ming's most loyal and profitable subordinates went to their deaths. But actually, whether it is the soldiers or the golden house, it pours in the rain. Within the palace, there are spies and traitors who have not yet been eliminated.
Outside, there are ambush troops invading the border, now with a large army pressing at the border. Actually, he was poisoned.
The signs were similar to those of the previous granary.
Our traitor is not limited to Yunyang's blood.
You immediately take people to restrain Yunyang, but don't kill her yet. Strict interrogation to uncover everything she knew, especially regarding the arrangements for the mountain spirit and Zhao Heishi.
Sunday Lao, Director, Li,
Organizing all women, children, and the elderly and weak. Immediately move to the most hidden place in the back mountain. Bring all the food and supplies you can carry. Everyone else who can wield a weapon.
All went up to the narrow pass. Prepare for a fight to the death. Brothers, unable to respond. I must first hold on to this home.
Sound the alarm. 黄天谷, 死炸! The enemy must face east.
fight broke out inside the red gold envelope. This is the inner courtyard, long been hidden among the surrendered soldiers. Excellent strikes, both inside and out.
The beloved dog can no longer hold on.
Wang Sui.
Take your men to suppress the chaos here!
I hold it up. May the former teacher take care of himself.
Is shooting arrows about to end?
All the effort, all the struggles, in the end, could they still not escape destruction? The spirit, spirits, and ghosts.
Persist and hold on!
Reinforcements arrived.
Reinforcements.
The mountain spirit turned out to be reinforcements.
Release the arrow. Hurry and shoot.
No monsters! You are a monster!
Kill! The mortal master.
我们回来了。
All five. What is going on with you guys?
We followed Yunyang to the so-called mountain god temple.
The journey was uneventful.
Until you get close to that place, it still exists. When he abandoned the temple, Yunyang suddenly used Xiaoxi as an excuse to leave the group.
Mountain ghosts and bandits help me!
It turns out that mountain ghosts are not of the same clan. There are divisions among factions. Those who lend a hand. It seems to be fighting against those of their kind controlled by evil magic. Thank you very much for your kindness in helping me.
Why do mountain spirits help?
What does that leader mean? What about the mountain ghost, controlled by Master Dua?
I wonder if he has any connection to these mountain spirits.
And to the west. The deeper, more mysterious mountains. What exactly is hiding?
First, Zhao Haishen was stubborn.
I only seek a swift death.
But Yuning, Zhao said, it was indeed a pawn planted long ago by Zhao Heishi.
Shifu's death in battle was also deliberately orchestrated by Zhao Heishi.
To gain his trust, he was able to gain the trust of our mountain god temple's internal ambush and the Shandong rebellion. It was all planned by Zhao Heishi and Master Due.
The goal is to completely eradicate us.
Seize the mountain valleys. Illness looking for something. He didn't know exactly what it was. Master Due valued that seed greatly.
This was vaguely mentioned by Zhao Heishi. It seems to be some kind of ancient seed. Right here in this valley. Master Due valued that seed greatly.
Seeds? Could it be that Huangtian Valley really hides some secret?
Also, Yunyang revealed. Poison. It seems my real person hasn't left Taiyuan. He was recuperating near Heishi village.
Zhang Bao's army might really have gathered everyone on the way north. We have a lot to do.
After the late master finished counting.
Those who are able to fight.
Including those with more severe injuries. Fewer than 40 people. Even if you count the grain harvested by bandits, is only enough to complete half a month's worth of bones.
The salt is almost gone again.
Among those who think of new ideas,
17 participants in the rebellion have been executed. How to handle the remaining 30 people?
Treating all equally. Tell them.
this is the last chance. If you follow the rules, you are a member of Huangjian Valley. If you are determined to kill without hesitation, scatter them and organize them into labor teams. You personally watch over them.
It was Wang Wu's green doctor who used medicine.
Whether they can endure or not, wait to fate.
Take me to see the warehouse.
From today onward.
The rations were further reduced by 20%.
First, everyone had just gone through a fierce battle, injured and burdened again. If rations are cut again, what is it that might be afraid of?
Afraid. I won't hold on. Afraid I'll fall.
Look beneath our feet.
Look at the brothers who have fallen beside us.
We held out against the enemy's swords and spears.
Withstanding the traitor's betrayal. Could it really be that they couldn't hold on to these few bites of grain?
If you don't eat enough, you'll die. But if we cannot hold this place,
all of us, including the elderly and children, will die.
If you want to survive, you have to be ruthless than anyone. You have to be tough on yourself.
King Yan then took me to see the Qing symbol, the personal belongings of Zhao Heishi and Yun Yang. The clues seem to connect again. Zhao Hai has experience from outside, proving that they truly have stable channels for remediation. Speaking of the number, is also crucial. Always using this symbol. Remember it.
Bronze robes and battle ink.
His family members were cared for by bones,
and also had desires. And the elderly have their final years.
Those who betray the ancients and defect to the enemy, even if far, they must be executed.
And the whole realm united to attack him. The Yellow Kingdom is not over yet.
The dead risked their lives to protect those living here. They had to live together with their share. Starting tomorrow, everyone!
Including me. Including the injured.
As long as you can still move, go clear the land for me.
Go chop wood and go hunting!
Tutor.
Before the heavy snow seals the mountains in winter, let the warehouses be filled with grain. Let the shelter block the cold wind. Give May the advantage. Everyone wears a cotton, padded coat. We may still die, but you must never die in the cave of evil!
Did you understand everything?
Understanding why the White Mountain Ghost is helping. That ornament. That mysterious symbol. There are also those who capture them. Who exactly is he? Friend or foe? Where is he now?
But right now, the most important thing isn't to uncover the mystery, but rather survived.
Accumulate strength until one day I can walk out of this valley. To actively seek answers. Instead of like now,
all I can do is passively wait for fate to fall again.
Winter has finally arrived.
Now, only when someone experiences severe exhaustion, only then can a very small amount of medicinal salt be dissolved in water and taken as medicine. Every grain of salt is a matter of life and death.
Wang Shu,
your daily work is all about searching.
It is about strictly enforcing the division of labor and the practice of carrying hardship and labor. Slacking off in the department, or even taking an extra piece of firewood, would result in severe punishment.
In extraordinary times, extraordinary measures can only be used.
It was Xiaoxi.
To the west, there are places to eat.
But be careful.
This is Chinese yam.
So many! Does this mean that the West has a large amount of this food? Go back quickly!
What exactly is he trying to say?
Is he in the marketplace? Or is he pointing out food to the West? But there are also huge dangers. Why did he want to help us? Which side does he really belong to?
But it is a Chinese yam, also called earth jade, able to eat and satisfy hunger. But at this time of year, you can't find them underground at all.
Unless
you can find them and directions in unknown areas show the words of the constables cannot be fully trusted.
a food crisis is imminent. Every bit of hope is incomparably precious. But Bushi's behavior is too bizarre. Hard to trust. Wang Shu.
What do you think of the catcher? This man is difficult to distinguish from enemies, but their actions seem to carry a deeper meaning.
This time, the common people could hardly believe it existed. Perhaps we can send a squad of refined ships, led by seasoned experts familiar with the mountains and forests. Go to the western edge and investigate carefully.
Advancing deeply.
To confirm whether such food sources exist. At the same time, the valley needed to strengthen its defenses, to prevent the tiger from leaving the mountain.
That is how it should be.
You bring along 2 clansmen equally skilled at tracking and hiding. Head west for a 2-day extreme reconnaissance. Your task is not to collect machinery.
It was only to confirm the truth and danger of what the catcher said.
He understood the capture of the captor had reappeared. Is this truly a turning point for survival? Or the beginning of another, deeper trap? This winter in Huangtian Valley,
it was destined that nothing would be peaceful.
It is in response to them. Back.
So, what do you think?
What was discovered?
In fact, there is one.
There really are many. Just a bit past Haifeng County, stretched open by the wind slope.
Next.
Below is all this kind of earthy jade!
Made.
It was like a dream!
Grain.
There really is a large amount of grain.
But there are many other things with guards who ignore the mountain ghosts.
Like a giant wild boar draped in coarse hair.
The tusks are this long.
Extremely fierce.
But it was hard to see. The snow was heavy.
But it feels like at least a dozen or so.
Maybe even more.
It seems they live in the cave beneath that patch of earth fish.
A dozen, or even more large ferocious beasts. 黄天国现在全 complete. Raise the strength of battle. It probably wouldn't be enough. They charged all at once.
Thank you for your hard work. You have made great contributions.
Go down and rest well. First, above the immortal master. This.
You can see it, but you can't eat it.
It is even more torturous.
Forcing it definitely won't work. We cannot afford to take any life. Perhaps it can be taken with cleverness.
How to outsmart them.
Using traps.
A beast of that size. Ordinary traps are probably useless. Using fire to attack snowy ground is difficult to ignite a large fire, and it is very easy to expose ourselves. Attract other dangers.
The mountain eagle said those giant beasts were guards. They live in caves beneath the earth fish.
He said this.
They eat native fish.
It should be so. Otherwise, why would they gather?
If we do not compete with them for what is on the ground.
But what about sharing?
Share.
There are so many earthen kilns. The giant beast surely couldn't finish it. We only need to take a small amount. Perhaps it won't anger them.
We can even exchange something else.
What do we have to trade with those livestock?
The fiery wild beasts rise up to the salt position. Our experience is invaluable.
But if you can apply just a tiny bit to certain places away from the beast's den, drawing some of the giant beasts away for a moment, we might have the chance to quickly dig up some soil and leave.
Worth a try.
But you must plan to compete for new candidates.
入血 timing.
The withdrawal plan is indispensable, and only a small amount can be taken.
Must never be greedy. You can use this later. Remember, be sure to pay attention to safety.
The late master was at ease.
We will definitely come back alive.
Back. They came back.
We succeeded. First, we succeeded.
That Yan Na Yi really works. Several of the largest creatures were lured away. We had less than the time it takes to burn an incense stick. Digging desperately. Just as they withdrew, they heard the sound of beasts chasing from behind.
Scared to death. Good.
You have made great deeds.
This is what we dug from the edge of a collapsed pit.
At that time, Taiji was paying attention to the sinking pits. What kind of pits?
It is a leeward slope inside Jianwang.
The terrain is strange, as if it has collapsed before. When digging underneath, it feels very hollow. And the freezing wind is rising upward.
Black wind sword. Giant beast lair. Red earth, metal fragments, are the source of food, guided by the hunter. There seemed to be something else hidden below. This harvest brought more than just food. It seems there are still new mysteries.
This red earth is not something found locally. It feels more like someone buried underground for many years. Or the soil fragments that have been scorched by fierce fire turned to ash.
Black. Irregular edges.
The texture is hard and hard.
The surface shows strange corrosion marks. Yet, you can still see the extremely subtle, artificially forged texture.
Neither iron nor copper. Such a small and insignificant matter.
Yet, it is so hard. Unlike ordinary weapons or farming tool fragments, that place, the wind slope within the black wind sword net. The terrain is very strange.
It seems to have collapsed before. When we dig, it feels very hollow underneath. And cold winds rising upward.
Collapsed underground cavities to let the wind rest. Could there be something hidden beneath this? Where did these fragments come from? What is hidden inside? It is an illusion. Or is it some kind of memory left behind by this fragment? Reality is fine.
This matter will be kept secret for now.
And must not be spread outside.
Where you have discovered. And never mention it to others again. Including other clansmen.
Wang Xu.
You are well versed in the divine system. Perhaps the category can be found in ancient texts and miscellaneous discussions.
Records of purple, red clay, or metals.
The subordinates exerted themselves with all their might.
But I fear hope is faint. Such things are unheard of.
First, the person responsible for guarding the Black Division reported.
Zhao Heishi had been acting strangely lately.
No longer making noise and begging for death like before. Instead, it became very quiet.
Xishang listened closely to the sound of wind and snow outside. It seems to be muttering words to its mouth, as if calculating something.
And his peach blossom, like Smile, was always calculating. Zhao He is such a local tough guy. He is extremely familiar with the local 7 mountains and rivers.
What is he calculating? Wind and snow? Or something else?
Strengthening the guards must never allow him any chance to cause trouble.
There is one more matter. I have recently sorted through the items confiscated from Yunyang. The symbol on that iron hairpin. It seems I am in an extremely ancient fragmentary of a mountain and river land.
I've seen similar ones, saying the fragmented scroll is very old.
And the period is unclear.
Only mentioning that in certain deep mountains and marshes, ancient ancestors of secrets exist. They believed in some kind of rock, solid power that was neither god nor ghost. Special symbols mark the points connecting to the Lily lines.
But it is recorded that the demonic fire. Moreover, the Secrecy clan has long been regarded as a legend, their whereabouts unknown.
The clan that defended and perished.
Rock. Solid as a rock. Here, the veins are connected.
Come.
They came!
Did you hear that? The Earth Dragon turns over.
The gates of hell are closed.
You are finished!
The yellow sky is endless.
No one can escape.
It seems to be the southeast direction.
It is not the territory of the Western Mountain Ghost.
Tonight, take turns on duty at the Earth God Temple. Any changes must be reported at any time. Illusions and misinterpretations are not correct. It was real crying. I couldn't go out and see.
Wind and snow had not yet ceased.
The situation outside is unclear and too dangerous. It might be a trap.
The enemy wants to lure us out.
Perhaps it was the mountain villagers fleeing from disaster.
Not living in a chaotic age. A single child is not even rare in food. A baby abandoned on the snowy plain. It doesn't seem entirely impossible to protect me.
You are still injured. Here, Wang Xiao picked 5 people.
Bring ropes, torches, and weapons.
Come out with me! Opening the narrow pass door! Tie each other around the waist with ropes.
And absolutely must not be scared.
If anything unusual happens, immediately retreat.
Follow me.
Immortal Master couldn't find it.
Maybe it really is just an illusion. Or the trap has failed.
Go back quickly!
The animal hides are old, but in terms of craftsmanship, they are the kind commonly used by nearby mountain dwellers.
That symbol and the one on Yunyang's iron hairpin. And the secret clan symbols I saw in ancient manuscripts are almost identical.
This is not an accident at all. This is a carefully planned, malicious gift full of hints.
Unlike mountain spirits, if he retaliated, he would only directly charge at the move. It was more like a ritual, or a way of communication we can't understand. They want to convey some kind of information, and communicate through this method.
Using these to communicate.
Could it be Huangtian Valley? Or rather, beneath this land? Is there really an ancient secret, unknown to most? This secret is attracting attention, and involving multiple factions. Master Dua was looking for him. Zhao He knew. The mountain spirit might be connected to him, and now, the secret clan is using this too. Extreme methods send their signals.
What do they want to express?
Please tell us to leave, or something else.
And who is the baby? Who is the owner of the severed finger?
Why resort to such a brutal method?
Can the Yelanzhong Palace see how long this baby and the severed finger have been dead?
Infants should move their arms within 2 days. At least for decades, it has been a break.
Bury it.
Find a place to properly bury this child. As for the severed fingers, and bury them together.
As for today's matter,
no one is allowed to reveal a single word to outsiders. Those who violate orders shall be severely punished without mercy.
Xie Shi found this matter far too cunning and strange.
I fear this is not an urgent sign.
Whether to strengthen in-depth investigations within the valley.
Especially at night.
Not only should inspections be strengthened, they still needed to interrogate immediately Zhao Heishi and Yunyang. They must know something. Especially Zhao Heishi's wild laughter yesterday. It is by no means reckless without reason.
In extraordinary times.
Permission to use extraordinary measures.
属下 was Master Zhao Hey.
She died. How did she die?
Just like that. He died. Just moments ago, everything was fine, but suddenly, it started convulsing. His eyes were wide open. Black foam spurted from his mouth. After just a few strokes, he was out of breath. It was as if poisoned.
The poisoning was under strict supervision.
How about that? Many of them.
It is the poisonous sac hidden in the teeth.
He bit the poison sac and took his own life.
You know. And, you know.
Since they're here, there is no way to avoid it. His Majesty is about to wake up.
Curse!
That is a curse.
The late master has already passed 3 days today. You haven't rested yet.
Looking at these things again, it is not that strange. The more I look, the more I feel something is off.
You've pulled 3 all-nighters in a row. Yesterday, Dr. Li came to check your pulse. They say your qi is deficient, extremely deficient. If you keep enduring like this, your health will deteriorate.
Got it. It is not an illusion. There really is something underground. What is wrong?
Didn't you hear anything? I didn't feel any ground shaking.
In reality, there is only the sound of the wind.
Only he heard it. Only he felt it. Is it just an illusion or a... It seemed like
there was some kind of noise underground.
Like a mouse digging a hole.
It seems to have a bit of positive energy, which was completely different from the survival mindset I had previously focused on. Even more primitive, even colder. It carries an unchanging presence through the ages. This is the whisper beneath the power of the rock. It is not an illusion. Clues to the ancient secrets beneath the western hills are beginning to emerge. What is there? Is it really awakening beneath Huangqian Valley? Perhaps the greatest secret and power of Huangqian Valley have never been outside. The king beneath his feet.
I immediately woke Wang Shu.
Director, Li, Old Master, Chen.
And Shan Ying! You need to quickly gather a team. They're absolutely reliable.
The tight-lipped person brings all the digging tools they can use.
Calling it fast.
I suspect the answer we've been searching for.
Even the seeds sought by Master Du.
It might be underground in this valley.
We have to dig out and see there.
I feel the response. There is the strongest.
Move gently.
Start digging down from here.
The army.
Is there a mistake? This is definitely not naturally formed.
This is clearly one. Mechanisms or keyholes. But where is the key?
Quick! Go get Yunyang's hairpin!
I'll go down and take a look. His army was unacceptable.
Below.
Fortune and misfortune are uncertain. How can one risk danger so easily? Let me take some people down to investigate first.
The Immortal Master is the master of a single valley, and under no circumstances should one rashly risk danger. This matter is strange and ingenious.
It is necessary to plan carefully and carefully, precisely because fortune or misfortune has not yet been revealed. I have to go down. Some things. Perhaps only I can sense it.
And was able to respond effectively. I have already made my decision.
Wang, Yu, your injury hasn't healed yet. And remain to guard the upper court, if any unusual disturbances occur. Immediately respond.
Wang Shu.
You take 2 people and come with me downstairs.
The rest guarded the entrance.
我有我的命令. Wait orders.
No one is permitted to enter without permission. And never let outsiders get close.
Your subordinates obey your orders.
Please indicate authorization for identification. Identity authorization.
Confirm. Temporary major beast permissions. On permission fragments.
This is not anything in ancient times.
This is more like a forgotten.
Stagnant biological laboratories or some kind of sanitary base.
Alert energy levels and forest ecology. Maintain system barriers and resolve system faults. Authorized persons, please proceed to the core control area as soon as possible.
This seems to be the key to getting there.
This is not the Taoist method. It is not the art of immortality.
Nor are any ancient civilizations I know of leaving behind relics here.
This is a cold, timeless. It was as if a power system came from another world.
Now, in reality.
Is this the Hall of Yama? Or what?
Go or leave.
Retreat and close this door.
When nothing ever happened. Continuing in the valley. Living on the brink of victory. On days when powerful enemies still die. Or do you step forward into this complete unknown? To face dangers that may be unimaginable. Or maybe seize a miracle that can change everything. Follow me. Stay vigilant. Don't touch anything. There used to be a kind of biological modification here. Or something else.
Warning of core energy instability. Risk of leakage.
This is the core of energy.
The collapsing core inserts all fragments. Urban literary and star sequence films. Otherwise, the core financing countdown will begin!
If this thing explodes, the entire Huangqian Valley, even this mountain range, could be erased from the map. This place has been attacked before.
What are those monsters?
Warning of stability failure. Activating the final emergency plan. All remaining energy is introduced into backup life support units. Activating the Cold Food Guard Protocol's energy core is about to go dormant. Authorizer. Energy declaration. Records. Priority protection.
The display ended. Or is it just getting started? Or is it a defense agreement? What is that? Also, behind the energy is recorded. Prioritize protecting us as we go up.
Below!
What is next?
Shangwudong death hides the foundation of a certain rock. Solid power left by our immortals.
But this foundation was severely damaged. Power is fading. The earlier tremors and noises. This is a sign of instability.
So what should we do?
Our foundation is unstable. Whether it will collapse affects us should be fine in the short term. But their strength is leaked outward. This may have already attracted public attention. From today onward, this place is designated as the highest forbidden zone. Additional personnel were assigned to guard the area. Without my command, no one may approach. And never attempt to open it. Close the hole and make sure no one notices it.
The symbol on Yunyang's hairpin. It was one of the keys to unlock this cave dwelling.
At this moment, it is extremely secret.
Concerning the survival of our Huangtian Valley, no one is allowed to disclose it.
The Emperor remained vigilant in his heart.
The scene of the last time the mountain spirit helped was still vivid in his mind.
What are they doing this time?
Gifts are rewarded.
Friendship is precious. The return of this mountain spirit.
Is this just a brain free?
Simple. They must have sensed it before.
Assume abnormal vibrations and energy fluctuations in the room. They are expressing goodwill.
It was also a test.
I am deeply grateful for your generous gifts.
黄天谷，铭记于心。
There are many wicked people in the southeast. Be careful in the southeast.
Again, it faces southeast. The previous eerie horn sound also came from the southeast.
Do you know who those bad guys are?
It seems the mountain spirit is mortal enemies of some force in the southeast. The mountain spirit is warnings and hatred.
The final warning from underground facilities. Rock defense agreement. Laughter before dying. The earth dragon turns over, opening the gates of the underworld. All the clues pointed southeast.
What exactly is happening there?
Return.
From today onward.
The southeastern direction was doubled by the lieutenant to monitor day and night.
Everyone took turns, preparing calmly.
The days are coming to an end. The life, or death battle for Huangtiangu may be about to begin. But this time,
The enemy may far exceed the immortal's imagination.
Southeast.
What exactly is in the southeast? Before dying, Zhao Heishi shouted, "Earth Dragon Flip, the gates of hell close."
When Yunyang went mad, she also muttered the curse that the medicine on the ground had awakened. Now, the horn sounds again from the southeast. The mountain spirit hated him to the bone.
Rock defense agreement.
could this horn be related to the so-called activation of the agreement? Is it related to the backup life support units and gods trying to activate before the facility collapses? And could the mountain ghost's lifelong feud also stem from this?
In any case, the situation in the southeast direction is already settled. Immediately.
Wang Xu. You might find it in any ancient legend or monument. Records related to the southeast direction, or the Earth Dragon Ghost Gate. Any clue can be useful. Dr. Li, you are skilled with a medicine spoon. Can you use it on a large scale with your fingers? Drugs that can weaken or confuse people. I will do my best. If the enemy is 10 strong, perhaps it is possible to catch them off guard.
That strange bean sprout can absorb the frenzy trait.
Perhaps it can be put to use.
After absorbing the icy energy leaked from underground facilities,
this pot seems to have changed somewhat, becoming heavier. It also seems more closely connected to the earth beneath your feet. He wondered if it was possible to sense the energy fluctuations in the southeast direction right now, or mobilize the so-called rock, solid power.
That rock art protocol didn't seem to have truly been activated.
Or the activation conditions are far beyond what I can understand now.
Although hope seems slim,
but preparation must be done with utmost effort.
So many monsters have arrived!
Also.
And the flag. The yellow flag.
Monsters are not human!
Wearing armor makes them invulnerable to blades and bullets.
And killed anyone he saw. On the yellow flag were painted ghostly faces.
They are just 30 li away.
They were setting up camp. Tomorrow.
At the latest, they could reach the valley entrance by tomorrow.
Strange iron shells.
Chrysanthemum spears cannot penetrate.
Yellow snail face.
There is a horn on its forehead.
It seems there is. On its forehead was a single horn. The more you watch, the stranger it gets.
The one-horned ghost-faced flag. That was the history where Zhang Bao's subordinates had always used evil methods to manipulate people's hearts.
The Zili troops fought extremely frantically. Many real people.
He really did collude with Zhang Bao's army. Or rather, he was originally Zhang Bao's man.
And what he brought was probably not just ordinary golden soldiers. No matter what he brings.
Huangtiangu did not yield an inch.
Those monsters clad in iron shells, impervious to blades and spears. It was very likely that he had concocted it using dark magic. The so-called golden test of Master Dora's evil arts.
Yet his courage surpassed imagination.
The final fog is lifted. What was revealed was an even more grim truth.
Finally bearing its fangs, the army approached the city walls
and arrived the next day. Ladies and gentlemen, the azure heaven has died, and the yellow heaven shall ascend.
They shouted these words!
But we do not believe it. Our heaven does not want mountains of corpses and seas of blood.
Do not change dynasties!
As long as the land beneath my feet, the porridge in the bowl,
the people around me,
they don't give us a way out.
Then he would be skilled in fighting to the death for Huang Tianhu.
Huang's personal troops were powerful.
The officials and soldiers of Lianzhou Commandery were repeatedly defeated in 5 battles. We, these humble villagers, defeating the starving and cold mountain people.
How can they resist?
Number.
It would be better to beat the drum at night and flee.
I simply surrendered.
Surrendered.
You gentlemen may understand. Regarding the affairs of Guangzhong in ritual, at the beginning of the Jin dynasty's passage, Bao was defeated in all their battles, and their soldiers advanced to the earth.
Those who did not comply were all burned like chickens. You think that in the eyes of the authorities, we are remnants of gold.
And what would Zhang Bao see in his eyes?
It is a robe scheme that can be driven down.
Or do we need to completely eliminate his annoying imposters?
Only fighting to the death.
Only then did there be a glimmer of hope.
The narrow passes are perilous in lure.
We have defended our stronghold.
It may not be impossible to delay the time.
Perhaps
there will be a turning point.
Turning the tide in these desolate mountains and wilderness. Could there be?
The urgent task is to stabilize public sentiment.
Strengthen defenses.
It is necessary to immediately clarify rewards and punishments.
United in hatred and indignation.
Additionally, death guards must be dispatched before nightfall, while he was probing the enemy's true strength.
It is best to seek help from the outside world.
Who can I turn to for help? The authorities regard us as bandits and powerful local tyrants.
He was overwhelmed with self-care.
It may not necessarily be the powerful or powerful officials. Don't forget the mountain spirits in the west. They seem to have a grudge against the enemies in the southeast.
Some dare to borrow their strength.
Furthermore, although Heishi Fort has been taken, are there still others nearby who are connected to Zhao Heishi? Is there a force with a grudge against the Liu family? In chaotic times, there is only profit and unity.
Even if it was just a glimmer of hope. You also need to try the mountain spirit.
The mountain ghost was no longer in vain.
The old and weak in the world, they say, have taken all the warriors with them.
It was as if everyone was going for revenge.
The mountain spirit had already taken the initiative to attack.
This might actually be a good thing.
Share the pressure. But it also means that the route of borrowing troops from the west has been cut off. The hunters sent north have no further news. It was likely that his chances of survival were slim.
This elite force, under Zhang Bao's command.
Obviously, it was much harder to deal with than recruiting the Blackstone Hong Gang.
It is a huge rock, and they actually lie in ambush there.
They chose the Yellow Turban Army's most lax period to launch a surprise attack.
He was biting me to death.
Even the formidable mountain demon's surprise attacks failed.
Turning back, they reduce the number of soldiers and break the upheaval. Huangtian Valley can still fight the final battle in the capital.
Tomorrow there will surely be a sudden uprising. There was no other way but to fight to the death.
The mountain ghost's retreat completely shattered any doubts about luck.
Today, I can only rely on myself to stay steady. Wait until they're inside, then shoot arrows.
Wenmu 60 is the elite of the ghost camp.
Be careful to hold on.
They absolutely cannot be allowed to break through.
If this continues, the main gate being breached was only a matter of time. Even if it is just to make some piping hot porridge, just pour water over it. He seemed unable to easily take out the food anymore. It was because it absorbed the cold energy underground, causing the changes.
The demon is finished.
Opportunity killed and fueled the fire!
Although the enemy forces retreated,
but the formation is not yet in disarray.
The main force still remains.
Today, it was blocked. What about tomorrow? The day after?
In the valley, I have seen and gained close knowledge. There are not many Gimu raiders left. The casualties were even more severe.
How much can they hold out?
Master, just now, when our people were cleaning up the battlefield.
From one that was smashed to death.
The golden leader found this left General Dongzhuo, who was plotting to become Cao Cao. Liu Kai was forced to achieve a great victory for the government forces in Yingchuan.
Although fate could not resolve Jin Kai, but this proves that gold is not invincible. Government troops are counterattacking, while Zhang Bao's main force suffered setbacks at Yingchuan. Perhaps it means that the auxiliary force besieging Huangtian Valley, it was not as abundant as imagined.
Brothers! Look! The government forces won a great victory at Yingchuan! The yellow turban leader Bo Kai had already been executed! Zhang Bao was so busy, he could barely take care of himself. What lies before us is just a lone force holding the line! If we hold out a few more days, and the reinforcements of the Lord will surely arrive. Heaven bless me!
Ouch.
My immortal master can hold out for at most 3 more days.
If you are more frugal.
Perhaps the salt was gone by the 4th, and the 3.
Master Due had clearly changed his strategy.
Intent to trap us. Yingchuan Jaguar certainly inspires the people. But the government troops are stationed hundreds of li away. After eliminating Biu Cai, he headed north to Jizhou to attack Zhang Yan and his brothers. Or will it head south to the South Seas? It is still uncertain, hoping they would split their forces to rescue Xiaoju Valley deep in the mountains.
Is no different from telling a fool about fate.
Hope is being worn away by harsh reality.
If only I had known it would be like this.
It would be better to surrender at the start.
Why do these elderly and children still get some seed? Are we supposed to defend the city on an empty stomach?
I heard that the gold people below also rebelled because they couldn't afford to eat.
Maybe I can barely use the energy left in the pot that has changed in nature.
Occasionally, he would summon a bit of icy spiritual power to intimidate Xiaoxiang, but they couldn't produce food. Could it be that Huangtian Valley hasn't fallen? Would the Imperial Sword soldiers ultimately perish due to internal strife and factional conflict?
But you have to find a way to get food. I bring brothers who can still move.
The gold grain camp stolen by sneaking in tonight is not worth gold!
There must be precautions.
This action has no intention of sending oneself to death.
Moreover, even if success is achieved.
And you can? How much did he recover?
Striking the grass to startle the snake.
Which instead provoked even fiercer retaliation. So what should we do? Waiting to starve to death?
Or waiting for the person inside to cut the noodles.
If only they could find another place of yam.
You seem to have come to her senses a little. Insisting on seeing you.
Take me to see Yunyang.
At this point, I know the grain.
There is also a place with grain.
Where is Heishi Village?
Zhao Heishi's secret sect was not in the village. Behind a waterfall, on the back mountain. He had hidden quite a bit of grain and swallows. Originally, it was intended to deal with the government troops, or to annex other villages.
No one knows the exact location except me.
A tremendous temptation. But the risks are just as great. To break through the encirclement of the Yellow Turban Army, even if it is just a tiny crack. After infiltrating the enemy ranks at Heishi Fort, he drew a mountain map.
To go or not to go.